Good evening, everybody, and welcome to StatCheck. It is episode 195. It is the 4th of August, 2026, and this episode is titled, Maybe This Year We Understand France. And who could say, I hope everybody's doing wonderful on this fine day. We're going to get into all the intros and stuff like that later, but we're going to start off with the easy bit. We've Anthony for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. We're going to talk about WTC. Anthony, talk to us about WTC.
Let's go, baby. It's the best time
You
of the
weren't
year.
here last week, so.
It is, it's WTC time. I fly to Amsterdam on Friday evening and land there Saturday morning. Spent a couple days in Amsterdam with Anna and Sampo, and that'll be fun. We got the young, the powerful Dino with us to light the way, so we know where we're going and what we're doing. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to being back in Mechlin. I do miss Mechlin dearly. Nothing like Leoben to make you miss the shit out of Mechlin. Yeah, I mean, it's, in a lot of ways, it's like Mechlin to me is WTC, right? I didn't go to ETC back in the day when it was like all the fuck over every time, all the fuck over everywhere all the time. The Leoben thing is like, a bit of a one-off, and I had been there for Alpine Cup, but like to me, WTC happens in Mechlin. So I'm looking forward to going back. I'm looking forward to being in that part of, Euroland again. There is apparently going to be a bit hot, even though the initial projection was that it was going to be fine. So we'll see.
Always, the rest of your life, Anthony, it's just going to be a bit hot. I think. That's
whatever. Hopefully, I can match that trajectory, and we'll just do our best. So yeah, it's exciting times. Getting ready to go to the event. I definitely think I would have preferred less chaos. But we got what people voted for. So,
You have like four chaos lists in your roster. Chill
that's
out.
not what I meant at all, but that's okay. We do have more chaos than we normally would have, because for the first time in the entire time that I've been to this event in the 5 years that I've attended, we're taking demons. Crazy. Team America taking demons. Whoa. So
Anthony's a known demon
I
hater.
want somebody to clip the wah that did so that I can react.
React to stuff with me doing this.
Yeah. It has to have sound though too, so it could just be whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So yeah, it's going well. I'm feeling pretty good. Our the Team America roster, as the people that did the pre-event elo calculator can tell you, is pretty good. I'm in a pretty confident spot when it comes to all that stuff.
Who's the lowest elo person on your team, Anthony?
I think it's me. I would be surprised if it wasn't. So yeah. I think I think our comp is good. I think we're generally in a really good spot. I think our team is, feeling pretty confident. I think we're a bit tired, but I think every team is a bit tired right now. I think
a bit tired.
Yeah, I think you'd be lying if you were like, dude, the slate 4 days before list sub, that shit was easy. It was totally fine. So, maybe it was. Maybe you had a bad comp before the slate. Now you have a good one or something, but
that's what England are claiming, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, dude, maybe. Again, same thing. I imagine some amount of their dispositions changed in the slate, so probably it wasn't the same. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting run. This will be, the first full adoption of GW Train for a WTC. The full adoption of their pairing and placing metrics, which will be different to the way that we have normally done things in the past. Besides our retention of the pod system, once we're out of pod, it is not Swiss anymore, is it?
No, it is game win. It's Swiss, then game wins, right?
Yeah, it's funky though. Like, it's not perfect. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's wins game wins now, which is,
and then random.
Sure.
So yeah, it should be it's gonna be an interesting year when it comes to that stuff.
Right. We'll just come out of pod with 24 game wins. That's the.
I mean, like, it's a bit weird, right? Like that, like what wins you the round is completely divorced from what wins you a better placing at the event.
It's kind
of odd. But we roll with the punches as they come in. My personal plan for the year is to just take it one round at a time. I'm not really going to pay super close attention to what's happening in the placings race and shit like that. Our job as pilots.
If you guys win 7, you win the event, right? There's no chance
Sure.
that it can be elsewise. If you win 6, you probably still win the event unless the
Yeah.
other team that you paired with got more. And it's like, okay, at that point, who gives a shit who's first and second?
Even if we cop a draw, I'm still just going to focus on the round that we're playing. I've done this enough times. I've been through this enough times. No round matters except the one you are currently doing. There is no reason to focus on the round before.
No.
The round after doesn't exist until it's started.
Speaking of the round you're currently doing, why don't you talk to us about what USA's comp is and what you're playing?
So, we are playing. Let's see if we can do this raw dogged. I was going to open it, but I'm not going to instead. So the plan for this year for us is we are taking John Lennon on Dark Angels. Last time we did this, it went pretty good. John Lennon on Dark Angels. I am playing Emperor's Children. Folger is playing Custodes. Mr. Sipe is on Orks. Sam Pope is on Pact Bound Zealots. Nemo the Fish is playing Guard. Zach Point is playing Cursed Necrons. And last but not least is, oh my god, I just had his name in my head. Where did it go? No!
Poor Brino.
Brino is on Legion of Excess. It
Brino
was the demons.
I know, Anthony doesn't like you.
I was going to say Brino in the 7th slot, and then I was like, oh, I remembered Zach, so I should say him now, and then immediately lost Brino. Or as he's been going by now, Bino, because he doesn't have any R's for any of his rhinos in his list, because he doesn't get transports and demons. So, yep. Yeah, it's... That's
Probably
a comp.
Bino because he's got no red matchups, right? It's just no R's.
Sure, yeah. It's our comp is, I think, quite strong. We've been kind of putting, boots to ass all year in the prep events and the lead up by playing, the strongest stuff available to us on the best pilots we think that can run it. We have done that again, and it will work out excellently or quite well. I think we have across like the people we took on the armies we're playing, I think we have a pretty good floor. I'm feeling generally confident.
Best described as, it really does feel like white bread, but everybody really likes white bread, right?
The white bread sells.
White bread, it's pretty good selling, right?
Yeah.
There's some pumpernickel out there, and there's some sourdough. White bread outsells all of those. So we shall see.
Look, white bread sells well, and as the representatives from capitalism hellscape, it is our job to make that graph go up and to the right. So here we are, slinging some white bread, baby.
Might like what the French and the Australians have got. Some people might like what the Germans have got, but none of it outsells America.
That's right.
How are you guys feeling about your pod?
We're feeling pretty good. We actually like scrimmed the Italians like right before we went into like secrecy mode, like a little bit before Home Nations. So it was really funny that we ended up like straight into them in pod. I'm actually really looking forward to playing them. I know a couple people on their team fairly well. Marco, I say hi and give him a big hug every time I see him at every event, basically, because I see him oddly frequently for the respective areas that we play in. He's also playing EC. So yeah, looking forward to the event. Looking forward to, playing Estonia, and I think Bulgaria is the other one that in our pod. If I remember right, the Bulgarian orc player is like the fucking man. I don't know if he's actually on orcs this year, but that guy has been around a couple of times, and I like him quite a bit. So yeah, should be fun. We've never played Estonia. That'll be cool. And yeah, pod feels good. The event looks good. We're back in Mechlin, so it's hard to be mad. Good, consistent water access, walkable to the venue, a city I know forward and backwards.
This year, they've told us.
What'd you say?
The two water fountains this year.
Amazing. Yeah, look, look, you can say what you will about anything you want about people that run events, but WTC, when it happens in Mechlin, is a good fucking time. So, yeah, I am looking forward to the event. I am trying my best to keep a positive face on as, we proceed forward. The last minute shakeup, I am not someone that handles like late changes particularly well. It is tough on the old mental health, but through, the improved improvements that we've made to the WTC team for Team USA in general. I have had a lot more support to get through that type of stuff this year, so I broadly feel like I'm in a lot better spot. So yeah, I would prefer a world where we got, the full 30, 60-day, whatever window would be somewhat more reasonable to prep and get ready for the event, but it is what it is. We're on 4 days from slate to list sub, so we're going to do our best.
Like 5.5.
And honestly, everyone else is also going to just be doing their best, right? I think, if you had to characterize this WTC by anything, it's largely just the teams doing their best that they can in these short notice windows, right? Some teams will handle that chaos better. Some teams will handle it worse. It kind of is what it is. And we're just going to see who, holds it together the best.
Every team has like a couple things you look at and you're like, would you have taken that with another week? Are you
Perhaps
sure
not.
that's the best option?
Yeah. But,
we will all find out together.
Yeah. So that's me. I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Do we want to
think we're in a
talk
good
about
spot.
some of the WTC comps? We'll do the whole like talking about the stats and stuff at the end once Anthony leaves. I think we've got more fun things we can talk about.
Innes, before we talk about comps, we're past. What is your pod for Team Scotland?
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah.
Spain, Slovakia, and Lithuania, which I think is 2 teams we've not played before, and 1 team we're getting revenge on for 2022 when we played them the first year, back when we were a lowly seed 3. So yeah, we have Spain as our round 2, or as our round 3, which feels challenging, but we're excited for the opportunity to show them that last year was not a fluke and that that's how they'll perform again this year. The best we got. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Did we go through our comp last week? If not, I'll run through it really quickly. Scotland has Bruce is on Pac-Man Zealots, Chris is on Necron's Cursed Legion, Dan is on Emperor's Children Carnival, Dave is on Freebooter Crew Orks, I am on Raven Wing, Darkflight Company of Hunters, Ryan is on Monka, Scott is on 3x1 Genesta Cult, and Struan is on Lion's Might of the Moritoi. Paying no attention to the fact that like 5 or 6 of those are the same army the Americans have. There's no reason for that whatsoever.
Don't look at Sweden too closely, easy.
Yeah, don't read Sweden's list either. We're also like in an order in the seed ones, right? If you go through the pool 1 list, it's like 1, 2, 3 next to each other. You're like, hold on, did I scroll to the next team here a little bit? All I'll say is poor Emil got stuck on disruption duty, and I'm sure he's thrilled about it.
No. Nobody's thrilled about the disruption duty.
Poor guy doesn't get his dreadnoughts.
The saddest.
My heart goes out to you, Emil.
Yeah, that shit sucks, man. Poor guy. The dreadnoughts are like the coolest part of the list.
The only cool part of the list, let's be honest.
I don't know. For all the shit that I have talked in the past about Custodes, there's actually like a handful of Custodes models that I adore, and Alaris are one of them. I think that what happened is that Abaddon has gaslit me into loving a top knot, so now I am a big fan.
Fair enough. Yeah, I will say the process was particularly brutal. I think I spoke about this last week as well, but on our end, we had our list document, right, like our tracking document, and we have like a Friday night. This is the comp, and then on Saturday night, something happened with our disruption slot that someone unnamed may have caused.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
And we suddenly had a 1 a.m. call about our comp. So we go from like Friday night comp to Saturday night comp to like Sunday lunchtime comp to Sunday lunchtime post lunch call to post lunchtime comp to nighttime comp, and in every single one, like 3 people change army. Not even just like faction or like sub faction, or just 3 people are just like different army. Sorry, bet. One of our guys was at an event. We had to like call him between rounds. Be like, hey, could you just like talk to us for like at least 20 minutes about your army? Just really pulling him out of the mood. Yeah, it was very, very interesting. I mean, just like nightmare hell process that I'm excited to never have to repeat.
Yeah.
He said, knowing that it will happen
until next year.
I think, given how this went, it will be easier than it may have been having not done this to advocate against doing this again in the future.
I am enjoying that in the WTC captains backstage, some people are just being like, please stop calling for votes for this. I'm like, well, no, actually.
Yeah, I would prefer not to have to call votes for this at all. I would have preferred that we played WTC back in fucking May, dude. But alas, we didn't, and we're
I'm
here
convinced I would have
now.
enjoyed playing Defiler metagame, but you know.
I think it was like solvable, more solvable than it was giving credit for at the time, and just no one gave a shit, as was made quite obvious at Home Nations, to solve it at the time, and we just didn't bother, so it didn't go
we
anywhere.
probably would have ended up on like 12 Defilers is the part that makes me sick.
There would have been a bunch of them, and you would have tried to solve them.
Could you imagine trying to solve Pact Fan Zealots?
I think you could have done it. I'll just say it. I think it was doable. But it didn't matter. We didn't have to. Whatever. We're here now.
Yeah, bro. Sub-assault, baby.
I don't know that was the answer, but it, you know.
You can't
It could've
prove
been.
that, KR Quinn.
Yeah.
We definitely haven't. It definitely hasn't been alluded to multiple times on the show.
You can't prove it.
You shouldn't ask.
We
the
don't have
internet
any
to prove that.
identical lists, right? They're all like at least one model different. Like across all 3 rosters. I think there's like
There's
we all
one.
have which one? Oh, is the EC identical in all 3? Sure. You guys don't even have like because like mine and John and I have like a different sergeant loadout and a different scout loadout, so they're not identical. But do you guys both like? Are you one of you like a whip enjoyer, one of you a power sword enjoyer or something?
That's such like a little thing to be pulling at.
I have a plasma pistol.
My scout has one guy who's got a shotgun, and yours.
I have a plasma pistol on my assault and Chester sergeant. John has a hand flamer. I like sustained hits, and I wanted the value. John hates Zogrod. Understandable. And then I didn't want to paint a heavy bolter.
Yeah. We have some pretty similar designs, is how I'll put it.
We're really getting down to like the smallest of details, and we're arguing about that sergeant's weapons over
Yeah.
there.
Oh, apparently John's also playing maces on his Deathwing Knights. Ugh.
Oh. Sure. I don't Okay.
I just love an extra attack, you know?
Yeah, I like +1 to wound personally, but I've argued with John about this in the past, and he put swords in the past. I don't know, dude. Whatever.
I like you have a Lance strat. Come on.
Yeah, CP's not infinite, bro.
It feels it sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. If you wait, I feel like with Dark Angels, if you wait like 2 turns, you're just like, oops, I have 6.
I've had to get the second dice out a couple times.
Oh no! Oh god, that's too much.
It's like, yeah, because like usually what I do is like you flip the dice to 6 when it's at 0, because I've got like the little stat check like token holder things that you put the dice into, and I'm
Right.
like, oh, I'll flip it to 6 when I've got 0, so I don't have to go find another dice. But I'm just like, I'm at 6, then you put like an extra dice on it, and you're like, it's
Yeah.
at 1. You take it off, and you're still at 6. You're supposed to like, you're at CP. I'm like, no, I'm at
No,
I'm
that's,
at
yeah.
6. You're at 0.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a bit of a funny time when it comes to that type of stuff. But yeah.
All right, let's throw up one thing real quick. Let's do. I'm gonna give a massive shout out. I don't know if I should shout it out, but I'm going to. There's a website that you can find all the WTC lists on. It is wtc.com/wtclisthammer.info/WTC. I'm going to screen share it now, and we have comps for all of the teams. And I thought it'd be fun to have a look at a couple of the favorites. So, and then I think what we should do is we should do the WTC fantasy draft. I think is the other thing that we should do, and talk about some people, and then go from there.
Before we go too deep in the hole, should we do stats?
No, we're doing all that after you leave.
Okay, sounds good.
We're just gonna do it all once you're gone. We're just gonna talk about WTC while we have you
Oh.
here to talk about WTC as the
Okay.
I feel
That
like I
just
just
felt
missed
like-
the part where you said that you could stay longer today.
It's fine.
You didn't
Okay.
stay that much longer, right? You
It's
said,
true.
like,
It is
few
a
questions.
That is true.
little.
I was like, okay, if we run to like 5 or 10 past, it'll probably be okay, but I'm not keeping him for like half an hour. So let's
Yeah,
do.
correct.
Who do you want to start with? Should we start with the returning champions and do France?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So France have Alban on Warptide Legion of Excess, Sako on Courtier of the Conceited Emperor's Children, Arnaud on Cursed Legion Skyshroud, Matt Benet on Warhorde, Nicolas on 3x1 World Eaters, which we're going to make Anthony read, Olivier on Library of Shadowbark Talon, Space Marines, Quentin on Persecution Prospect Farseekers, Leagues of Votan, and Benjamin Stroh on Chaos Space Marines Creations of Bile. I think the highlights here for me are the Orks list, the World Eaters list, the Space Marines list, and the Bile list. I think those are the ones that I think we should highlight. Does anybody want to have a particular? I think we should start with World Eaters.
So-
Anthony, you should talk to us about the best list at WTC.
Slow down. I don't think we should do Man Reed's list. Just go back a
No,
step.
but
You can scroll through it if you want. But
yeah,
I think there's a couple of like comp things that are kind of interesting with France. One that you can kind of tell off the rip if you know the people at all is that Alban on demons means one of three things. Potentially, Death Guard and Thousand Sons, at least as far as the French consider them, are bad. They
Awful.
must be terrible. Because if Alban's not playing any of those, they must not be very good. The alternative is that they think that Legion of Excess is an Avengers level threat that requires the hand of the mighty to pilot to great success. Now, we know that the French team talked to the Belgian team. Fair amount. And Liam, you know, Al-Gaib, blessed be his name, is also on Excess. So, it paints a picture of what they believe the strength of the Legion of Excess is to have Alban also playing it.
well, we know France and England work together, and they also have Legion of
Yes.
Excess.
Yes, and they have one of their beater pilots, Mr. Langton, who has been doing quite well through the year, is my understanding, also playing Legions of Excess. So, you can make an inference based on that. I think that they're... I'm gonna do the World Eater one last. How's that?
You can do whatever you want.
I think that it, you know, Sako's list is just like good Warhammer EC. It's playing coterie. It's a really strong list. He's got a bunch of really good units in it. Emperor's Children rules make Innes upset every time he reads them.
I hate it so much. I hate
yeah.
it. Army in the bin, please.
Yeah,
Come on.
he gets upset about EC every time someone dares fly close to his precious Space Marine son. He gets real upset.
I've never seen an Emperor's Children player track Thrill Seekers appropriately, Anthony.
It is really easy to track, so that's kind of sad.
It's crazy. I've never seen one person put a token down.
Oh, I definitely am not using a token, but it's like, come on, man, just use they just can't. All right, whatever, it's fine. Next up, we have the Curse Legion. That list slams. Curse Legion is just like Space Marine Necrons. They get all the rules. They get, especially with Sky Shroud, they can advance, fall back, and do stuff. They're plus to whatever all the time. The plus 2 to strength army wide might as well be plus 1 to wound oaths.
It's often +2. Like,
yeah, a lot of the time it will just double pip over that toughness breakpoint. And
God forbid you hit the wrong threshold.
Yeah. If you're the wrong type of data sheets and you line up into this Curse Legion list, you die at a pace that cannot be over exaggerated. The Orks list is
Thick as fuck.
unsubtle, is how I would describe it.
Sounds very orky.
Yeah, it is. It is unsubtle by my standards. How's that?
It is incredibly tanker shaped.
Yeah, it is
20 squig hogs.
Yep. Lead.
Lasaka and some chaff.
And some chaff and some shooty bits that like shoot more than you might expect if you're unprepared. And the gas unit that makes everything happen. Very good list. Same type of beat, right? They obviously are of the opinion that this is really strong. They've used tanker in the past in a role to, smash nerds. I imagine this is him reprising that role. So that is this. Taken hold notably, despite all of the early week long of only content creators having access to dispos and having to talk about that and nothing else. Taken hold, probably the best dispo for smashing nerds. Because you just be sitting on your points, scoring those points. Doesn't matter when you're sitting on the points, as long as you're sitting on the points. Really easy path to 45 primary and a lot of taken hold missions. So that's that one. We're going to skip the World Eaters because I'm going to hold that one for last. We have Olivier on Shadowmark. He's uppying, he's downying, he's shooting, he's scooting, he's blasting. Shadowmark probably didn't need to be 2 DP.
It's incredibly funny that this list is just 1,200 points of 3 units and then every Space Marine chaff unit you can fit.
Yeah, and then it's also like, I would go so far as to make the argument that this list is playing with 5 DP worth of detachments. Because that is certainly how it feels. No sinless soldier, because the DA list is also arguably playing with 5 DP worth of detachments. But yes. Space Marines don't play the game fairly, folks. It is what it is. They sell all the models. Unlucky. List goes up, it goes down, it kills your ass. It's got a lot more units than you might expect for it having 400 point units, like Innes said. Next up is the young, the powerful, the short, the most recent addition to the game, the Votan. It's a lot of
Technically
fucking
easier
units.
than most recent edition, right?
What's up?
Easier than most recent edition.
Oh, that's true, dude. I guess that is true. I didn't even think about that. They are. I mean, EC were in the CSM, but whatever. It scouts. It has a lot of guns. You may be noticing a pattern for some of these lists. They are either real thick and punch you in the teeth, or they are very quick and skittly, and they get away and they shoot you a lot. This is doing more of that. Bile. I do not know this man particularly well, but he.
This is Mayashi, right?
Oh, then I still don't know him super well, but I know who he is better. That makes sense. I think I did know that, actually. This list snorts lines and bangs nines. This list fucking rocks, dude. This list is really cool. I wish I had the bravery to play it, because god damn does it have my favorite pet unit, which is the Mutilators now. They're everything that Exalted 8-Bound should be. They're thick, they're funny.
But I agree.
They do mortals on the charge. They hit like a ton of bricks. God save you if you have 3 wounds. Woo, lad, do they fuck you up. Really cool list. Kravik obviously rocks. Leading Terminators get you reroll hits, which is a huge gain for them, especially when they're boosted by already existing Bile buffs. Really cool. Really well done. Shout out, Ben. Hell yeah. Good job. Nice list.
Elgor Beastman. There's a ton of these at WTC. What do they even do?
They're really good now. So I didn't know they went down to 60 points. They're very funny for a 60-point unit. They come in out of strat reserves turn 1. And they're just like 10 idiots with, OC1. They die slightly slower than cultists, but not much slower. But they're cool. They're for 60 points. That's like the exact price point where you consider them. They're a small upgrade over cultists now that Sticky's not as
I
important.
like this list: 1 cultist, 1 guardsman, 1 Felgar Beastman. It's like, I got 30 points. What should I do? Upgrade these 2 cultist squads.
That's right.
To be honest, perfectly reasonable. I like that this list is doing like absolute miser Bile unit as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the best way to do Bile these days. You need to spend all those points on Chosen, get out of here. So, yep, that's that. And then we're done with the French lists, right?
Yep.
Sadly not, Anthony. You do have to talk about this.
I got Nathan.
Yeah, we'd be done. I'm fine with that. No.
So, this is the World Eater list. It is all 3 1DPs. So, the Terminator one gives them, at the start of the fight phase, either players, you make a blood roll, and that roll applies only to your Terminators. Pretty good. Gets you an extra buff. Generically pretty good rule. It also gets you access to the enhancement that lets them hit on 2s, but I am unsure if he took that.
He has it on both, yeah.
He has it on both, okay. Nice. So they hit on 2s in melee. Cool. I wish that was more of like a universal World Eater thing, because we have to hit on 4s in shooting, but it is, it's cool that we get it. The next is the Brazen Engines, which is every start of the fight phase, every person that is, each demon vehicle that has something in engagement range of it makes the battle shock at -1. The real gain here is that you get a 1 CP ignore mod strat, which is really hot on your Forge Fiend and your Defilers. And then the last bit is Vessels of Wrath, which turns those Juggernauts, if they get to punch a 20 man of Orc Boys into a 20 attack single model, which is fucking hilarious.
It's 19.
Oh, my bad. If you spend the strat, it's 21.
The prince
the cleave applying to the extra attacks situation of the edition, very funny. I don't know why they did that. Absolutely hilarious that they did. Whatever, I don't care. So it solves a lot of their problems. Those solo Juggernauts can be good solo skirmish pieces. They're also good to like add to a thing, right? You put a Terminator or you put a Juggernaut and something else into a big boys unit, you're likely to get all the way through it, or it improves your likeliness to get all the way through it. And then the princes, they are toughness 9, 14-inch moving demon princes. They hit pretty good.
Take a battle shock into some slightly dodgy flyover mortals.
Yeah, the flyover mortal is not super likely to happen because Take to the Skies is
start within
suffering.
8 and you can do them. Otherwise,
otherwise not so good. You literally can't do them at a rapid ingress. Nailed it. The World Eater rules, baby. Yeah, the rest of it is just, they made the Terminator datasheet rule a little bit better, giving them reroll charges as long as they end with an engagement of the closest thing as well. Yeah.
It also just like randomly have 60 attacks and shooting. Like it's not amazing, but
Yeah,
it's
but it
still
hurts.
60
It doesn't
shots, right?
tickle. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. They're cool. The army's really good. Really good is strong. Really good in the context of teams. It's good at its given jobs. I would not necessarily be super excited to play it in singles. So yeah, that's
very
France.
All right, let's talk a bit about last year's second place team, Germany. So Germany have Arne on Darkflight Company of Hunters, Arthur on Retaliation Country Tau, Fred on Mordaka Freebooter Crew, Luis on Questora's Companions, because Imperial Knights are good enough for Germany, as all like Luis.
I mean, they're good enough if you have Luis, dude. I'd fucking take Knights if they were
just take
dog if
Imperial
I had
Knights,
Luis,
yep.
dude.
They have Manuel on Grand Coven, Nicholas Fritchen on Warptide Legion of Excess, Pau on Cavalry Cartel Tools of Torment, and Tim Schneider on Votan. Shocking. It feels a lot like faction specialists on faction specialist armies.
And they let Arna express his skill as being one of the best players in the world instead of making him play Knights. Yay!
Well, they give him aircraft instead, which
Whatever. I mean, it's a little sauce. You're gonna
they
tell
have
me with a
the
straight
Perm 1
face that
Reserve
you
Nephilim jet
expect
players.
the man who came up with blocking tactics charge you crisis suit Tau to play something that's not a little weird, just a little.
That's very fair. Yeah, I like Arna's list a lot. It's very, very good at making melee armies have a really tough time with Lion and double Nephilim Jetfires with Turn 1 Reserve. Just very, very obnoxious. I think he's also playing the Turn 1 Reserve on one of his Thunder Strikes. So it's just like Turn 1, it just all comes in and just starts shooting.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have to give a big shout out to my boy Pau. So when we were going, on one of the various Team USA calls I've been on this week, literally we got to like do it, going over our Germany matrix and stuff. And 4 separate people were just like, dude, Pau's so fucking cool. I wish I could be as cool as Pau. Like in the call.
That's true. Do you want to talk about what this detachment combination does?
It is everything that I wish I could be. So Cabalite Cartel is just a grab bag of like absolute insanity when it works, and if your brain is big and wrinkly enough to make it all come together, insane, super good. They gave it a lovely little backup piece now that it really could use before, which is some staying power, and that is where the Tools of Torment come in. So that gives your Cronus and Talos, like Transnumen, basically, right? That's where that comes from. Which is pretty good. Those are already kind of awkward sacks of wounds to interact with, and now it is not easier to get rid of them.
And Pau's got the full
complement, right? Dude. I'm gonna at some point tonight. I'm gonna go look up how many points 2 Talos was in 9th edition and look at how far they've fallen. But the data sheet does not do what it used to do, so that is fair. But yeah, that list is fucking awesome, dude. It's so cool.
I can tell you how much the end of the edition if that'll make you sad.
No, because I would want to know what they were like when they got nerfed. But it's fine.
Sure. Well, they ended the edition at 100 points, plus 15 for the liquefier guns and 5
each?
for the Talos Gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah, so now 2 of them is almost the same price as one before. That's hilarious. So yeah, really cool. I love to see Pau just doing the damn thing with the Drooks, man. It's so exciting. His results are usually really good. Super talented pilot. Hell yeah, Pau.
I don't think they had anything else that was like too spicy. Fred's got a lot of shooting.
Fred shoots you to death, just all the way into the ground. That army looks like it's going to be real challenging to play, but
6 hull models.
Fred's a wizard, so he's got it. Lewis is going to deploy on the line and hit you right in your nose. If you're not ready for that when you play against Lewis, Godspeed.
And then, I don't know, all these lists look exactly the same to me for Legion of Excess. I can't tell them apart.
There's little differences that do matter quite a bit, but, it's Niklaus playing.
No one's ever
XS.
convinced me that it mattered whether they had 50 or 60 demonettes and 3 or 15 or 18 feats.
The little differences do matter because it's Warhammer, but not probably enough to change, too much. But yeah, that's another one, I assume Niklaus is a bit of a household name at this point, but if you don't know who he is and you have to play against him on XS, mind your fucking P's and Q's. That boy is a murderer.
I mean, all these top seed 1 teams
of
are
course
murderers, right?
But some have faction specialist murderer, and some are just like good player on good list murderer, and those are a little different.
Certainly can't be. Let's take a look at. I would say take a look at Sweden, but we already spoke about USA's comp, so let's take a look at
Australia. Did the Australians do what they do every year and bring
Yeah,
stuff that
dude.
just makes
Oh, dude,
no
these
sense
are-
to anybody?
Their lists are real innovative.
These are the most. These guys are doing the most. I am. Look, I don't say this lightly because I think France's lists are quite wild, but these lists are just like 7 out of 8, just the craziest shit I've ever seen.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot of wild stuff, man, and they all have like obvious like purposes and roles, right? Like the Blood Angel list is like perhaps God's most obvious melee counter. And Eric is gonna do weird Eric shit with his nids because that's what he does, and Liam is gonna do weird
Liam's
Liam
not gonna
shit.
die.
Yeah, and Liam's
Liam's
gonna
not
do
gonna
weird
die, and
Liam
that's
shit with his
your
Necrons.
problem.
What'd you say?
Liam's not gonna die, and he's making it your problem.
Yeah. Also, you're battle shocked because he has 3 Psychomancers.
That's it. All right, we have Tante plus 6 Vanguard, Captain plus 6 Vanguard, Captain plus 6 Vanguard, Redeemer, Convoy Lieutenant, Vindicator, Double Balled Scouts. The fact that this is a prio list baffles me, but I'm just not going to think about that too hard.
I mean, it's just going to
Otherwise,
do
my
actions
understanding of
early with the
dispositions will-
lieutenant, and if you ever go after the lieutenant, you get hit by many tank and golden man.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
If you don't get close, is
The Redeemer
entirety
can
of this
hold a
book.
Sandguard unit, right?
Yes, it can, because you
Can
can
it?
put jump pack guys in it. You can put jump pack units in it.
Can it hold 14?
Yes.
Oh
I can't
yeah,
remember-
dude, that's
I can't remember
fucking
if it can hold-
awesome.
I can't remember if it can hold 14 or 12 though.
I
off the
think
top
it's
of my head.
12.
It might be 12.
I
It might
am
be 12.
95% sure it's 14 because it holds 6 aggressors with a character.
I'm gonna grab my phone.
It holds 14, jump packs take 2. Yep.
Okay.
Amazing.
So it fits
That's so
exactly.
awesome. Hell
I love
yeah,
that
dude.
it fits that many. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. In my
Doesn't
life,
Carmine
but
have
at
a
the same
reactive
time-
move?
Yes, when you fall back from it. That's
Excellent.
awesome, dude. It's so good. I love that. That's hilarious.
What a
They're
kooky-
definitely reacting Sandguard back into a Redeemer.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
I love the idea of watching just 7 jump pack dudes jump packing backwards into a redeemer. Do it again.
Yeah. I have
Oh, yeah.
infinite respect, dude. This shit rocks.
This shit rips. This is definitely one of those that I'm like, I could buy 18 Sanguinary Guard and take this to a GT and have a good time, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, but I could. Lathras is on just like some wild shit, as usual. It's
It's not that wild. It's just like, oh shit,
wild
dude.
in the
3
context of
Molochs,
no one else
fuck.
is doing anything remotely close to this, right?
Yeah.
Wild in context. Like it's very Synaptic Nexus, right? Like there's nothing particularly
Yeah.
surprising about it. Like as a Nexus list, like Triple Moloch is a good unit in Nexus. The Grenade when you fail a Battlestar test is obnoxious as a stratagem. And then it's got, it gets to add in Deep Strike on Death Leaper now, so it can get in places, and it gets Terrier Primus with Lash Whip with 5 invulnerable save and a
So it
Surge
can run
move.
around.
Just very, very annoying little units. The also the Terrier Prime with Lash Whip with the Psychostatic just being like, also by the way, on a 4-up, you don't get to bring that thing in once per
So
game is kind of
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
you
that
wanted
doesn't
your
arrive.
Wazdaka, did you? Actually, kick rocks.
Yeah. No. Hilarious.
Yeah, and then just all the shooting all these Mordoculists also just look identical to me. It's great. This is the auto advance 24 in a straight line one.
Yes. Yes,
Which
indeed.
is very funny inside trucks. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. You specifically, the viewer who plays against this, will be the one that is not called out by those.
The pen host list also is really cool. Goes
Yeah,
8,000 miles an hour.
fast and it's aggressive. Yep,
Yeah.
Starting to
It
sense
goes-
a theme.
quick.
Australia is not trying to play 4-hour rounds.
They're gonna live and die fast, is what I'm hearing, and probably stand on your corpses at the end of it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think the entire room knows the score here. The Aussies have Eric at the helm. You need to be very switched on when you play this team, or you will get pummeled into the ground.
This one's 6-inch deep striking, great and clean ones. A Beast of Nurgle pressing
Yep.
the button. Just getting 8-4 Beast of Nurgle pressing the button seems vaguely obnoxious.
They're yeah.
I love it.
They designed
Liam's
lists.
playing,
jobs.
noted very popular Necron unit, 30 Triarch Stalker, Prior Praetorians.
Yep. Just a 2-wound man that kills the shit out of other 2-wound men.
Dude, everybody's playing 30 Tristock or Tri-Praetorians at WTC this year, right? It's just really. Oh no, it's just Liam. Yep. Okay, cool. Got
It's
it.
just Liam. Yeah.
Okay, Nathan did not get the memo and has
8 units.
apparently. Yeah, dude, he didn't get it. He missed the note that Australia were bringing weird stuff, and unfortunately has brought the custodies list.
A very normal custodies list.
But honestly, shout out to Nathan. I appreciate, like, in a comp this weird, it's weird to be the normal one. So
Right. Yeah.
even by failing, he's succeeding. And then Dan is on Plague Legion Cavalcade of Chaos.
Horticulus Slimex.
So cool.
Of course,
so
we were all
fucking cool.
Plague Legion plus a Cavalcade.
This looks great. I love this to death.
Dan's been before, right? Like he used to play back when. I remember seeing this name.
Do not know.
I think he's like I could be wrong, but I remember seeing this name pop up. It might have just been from watching the Aussie scene a lot when I did that. But I don't think he's been when it's WTC. I thought he was like an ETC person, but I could be wrong.
I don't recognize the name, but I also don't think we've interacted with Australia a ton outside of like
the one time you guys played, right?
Years. Yeah. It's a sick comp. It's genuinely the most innovative. It's the most innovative comp at the event. It is the one that is like, if there is a comp to watch in terms of what is going to change singles after this event, it's this one, right? This one in France are the two to just be like. It feels like a lot of the other teams have like spins on the normal, whereas this comp is like shit you've never seen before, and the French a little bit the same. Like that Shadow Mark Librarius list is going to be all over the place afterwards. I think I would expect to see like the Ork list popping up more in like some more of the Speedwav variant. I've not seen a lot of Speedwav. I've seen a lot more Cult of Speed. I would not be surprised to see the Hand of the Dynasty list start popping up a little bit. People are like trying to like get a taken hold plan that isn't just sit on objectives with Awakened Dynasty and get punched, but like playing like a slightly more active pressure one. And I mean, this list is cool as hell. I've liked Headhunter a lot the entire time. I'm so glad they found a version of it that like functions. 6-inch flat advancing land raider plus double ball predator. Just feel like this is your problem. Go for it.
Good luck.
Yeah, and disembarking Dante's unit and moving at 15. Just beautiful.
So good.
All right, do we want to do one more?
Sure.
Anybody stand out to you? Either of you?
Should we do one of the new teams, or should we just do another top end team?
Up to you.
Let's do one of the new countries. Just pick one at random out of a hat.
I don't have a hat.
Let's do Japan's comp, or do you want to do India, Pakistan, or we could do Japan, India, Pakistan. We could do Estonia.
Let's just do Japan. They're right there.
Japan, sure. All right, Japan have very Japanese names. Japan have Lord of the Forge, Radzone Admech, Grey Knights, Banishers, Argent Assault, Tau, Retaliation Cadre, Drakari, Sky Splinter, Exhibition Slaughter, Imperial Knights, Valor Strike, Dominus, Emperor's Children, Coterie, Orks, Freebooter, Equatorial, and Chaos Space Marines, Soulforge, Cabal of Chaos.
That looks
I do like some of these Banishers lists. They are very, it's very normal stuff, right? Which I do think it's very interesting to me how much it feels like a lot of the not the top end seed 1 teams are just playing the things we know are good in singles, which I feel like is a very easy response to, oh shit, the meta changed. We don't have time to redevelop 8 new armies. Let's just play the shit we know that worked and didn't change a bunch.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that is a pretty reasonable way to approach like playing the metagame right now, especially if you didn't know you're coming in. I think it's a very easy way to do like to set your floor really high, right? I think that's a really, really valuable thing to do. Yeah, I like some of these Grey Knight lists are so funny. Just like Paladins, a little bit of chaff.
Yeah, just a little bit at the end.
Yeah, we've got Knight lists, always making sure that we never have to scroll.
I'm sorry, the list name on that one is funny.
Was it?
What was it?
Shinji getting the Castellan.
I actually, do you think this guy has the least points at WTC?
Maybe.
So maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, do you think anyone's got less than 1960?
It's so funny because it's like, what do you fill 40 points win.
Yeah, was there not an
Oh
enhancement?
no, like
or
he
something?
literally can't. There's no unit
Yeah.
that's less than 44. That's 40 points or less. The Ministorm Priest is support now, so he has to be run with a unit.
That's so funny, dude. No.
But like, dude
put it
dude
right.
couldn't just be like, yeah, I'll cut Bearer of the Lancer Sigil and bring like a unit. Do you know what I really hope? I hope the Grey Knight player has agents, or the Advent player has agents. He was just like, no, you can't have it.
Lords of the Forge Radzone Corner is good.
That's a cool list. But any of the Lords of the Forge stuff is like, it annoys me a little that the way that it works, but fuck, it is cool.
Yeah, Talia definitely needed a 5. Talia and Call definitely needed 5 of Feel No Pains, right? That was a thing they were missing.
It's cool, dude. It's not a thing they should have, but it is cool.
I mean, like, I'm always shocked when I play against Call and he doesn't have a 5 of Feel No Pain. I'm just like, what do you mean
Yeah.
Call doesn't have a Feel No Pain? Like, it makes sense to me, but I really feel like that should just be a data sheet rule for them and should not be on the points, and they should just be more expensive.
I might fuck around with AdMech some in my post-WTC break. I've always just adored AdMech from like a...
You should be like, by the way,
looks-
Dan, you can't use your AdMech army for a bit. I'm
No. Dan has enough AdMech that we could both play it at the same event.
All right. I think, are there any players that were worth shouting out?
I mean, there's a lot of, like,
Will had a kind of fun Renegade Raiders list.
Oh, did he in the end?
Just no defilers, Kravik and Mutilators.
Yes, he took my pet unit. Let's go,
what a
dude.
Yeah, dude. And he's got Land Raider, which I just like respect.
That is cool.
What is Liam
What did George
bringing right now?
Liam is playing
George ended
Legions
up-
of Excess. That's what I was saying earlier, man. It should be a fucking...
I can't memorize everything.
Oh, hell yeah. George Yu, the Latvian wonder kid, has a Land Raider.
As a
as
Land Raider as well. Hell yeah.
Apparently, I'm just fucking magnetically drawn to people who are playing Land Raiders.
Yeah,
What's
you
Sam
like what
Nash
you like.
playing? Sam is on Grand Coven. How
Oh.
boring.
I will point out in the Irish comp, our boy, Joe, got pinned with playing Imperial Knights as Disruption.
Oh,
What?
Oh,
What a hero of the
poor man.
people. That is going to be a difficult list to enjoy through the event. Shout out to Joe for taking one for the team and being willing to do that, because that is going to be hard to enjoy.
I don't know why you would do
I
that.
mean,
to somebody.
that again speaks to Colin Power not playing Eldar, playing Legion of Excess.
That's what I'm saying.
What is GCC again? Is that Gulf Coast?
It's the Gulf.
countries?
It's like I want to say it's Saudi Arabian players, Bahrainian players, and somewhere else that I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But it's a few of the like Gulf Coast states put up
Yep.
enough players to bring it.
Really
to
awesome that they're coming. I said really awesome that they are coming.
Yeah, it's great. It's great having just new teams coming, right?
Yep.
I mean, Hong Kong and China being in the same pod. Is
Oh,
also
I've got
fine.
one more I want to shout out, which is this fucking monstrosity. from Joe
JWR's
Russell.
Baneblade list.
Oh, it's so cool, dude.
Yarrick with a Scion Brick, Craves with a Scion Brick, another Scion Brick, Gaunt's Ghost, Norkin Orgar Bodyguard who are joining those units up there, but do it at a weird timing. An Engine Seer, a Krieg unit, one Chimera, a Sentinel, 2 Combat Engineers, a Flamer Squad, a Stormlord, and an Aquilons unit. I love that Bridgehead isn't when the unit's set up from Ingress, it's just set up so it works when they jump out the Stormlord. I kind of love that.
I love the idea of the Stormlord just being a fort that people jump out of.
It's so awesome.
They're gonna counter strategist back in as well. Like,
Yeah, they will.
Also, the absolute cowardice of Nick to not onboard Trash Can as his nickname. SMH, dude. What the hell? We figured this out at the first All Is Dust. Come on, bro.
oh, he's Lizard. That's cowardice.
Yeah, what are we doing?
And Nick, let's
He's not
play
even
again,
playing lizards. He's got fucking Votan. He's got dwarves.
It's so boring. And then Francois has like the most white bread list of the entire event. It's crazy that Francois is playing something this boring.
It seems like a lot of fun. Honestly, I'd play that in singles. It seems like a
It do
blast.
be pointing at people and being like, guards, seize him. And then a bloodletter hits you for damage 5. And you're like, ah!
Why is this happening?
Hey,
Is
hey,
what
you
you
can only get
scream.
4 in this list.
Oh, he only gets the 4. My bad.
There are some that have been getting hit by a 7/3/3 Flesh Hound that's like, what is
Ah,
going on?
yeah.
It's definitely a
Uh,
vibe when flesh hounds get anti-elite weapons.
I will say my favorite version of this list is Hadar's
Yes.
on Iceland. Because
Did he take
man
10 mans
has
at Fleshhounds in the end? He was talking
three
about that
10
for a
mans
little
of-
bit.
Oh no, sorry, it's
What's
not
that?
Hadar that's playing it, but it's the Halmar's version. Where he's triple Renmaster, triple Fleshhounds, and 10 mans.
That's so awesome.
Jesus. Flat 4 damage, Fleshhound, go!
Did Hadar end up playing Swarm Admech?
5? Is it 5 damage?
No, it is 4, but it's
Okay.
just disgusting. Could you imagine trying to play against this as like any psychic army?
Huh?
I think I'd just cry.
That's awesome.
That's just their anti-Thousand Suns tech.
Could
That's
you
what
imagine
it is.
you charge like a 10 mana paladins with 10 fleshhounds, point 2 Renmasters at it, and they're just like, interrupt, I do not care.
Yeah.
You crack it at 7/3/3 with a 3 upfield, they'll pay against their damage. Into you.
Amazing. I love that so much.
10 Fleshhounds pulling down Magnus is amazing. Impeccable.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, it's not with all the buffs. It's not close.
There's a Lance Strat in Shadow Legion as well.
Yeah, get his ass.
Get him.
Hadar ended up playing like semi swarm. It's not like he
No,
has
it's not
like
that swarmy.
he has like a couple units, right? It's like
Yeah.
30, 50, 45 infiltrators, 40 rangers, and some stuff, and then like 1 battleclade. And then 15 sterilized. It's like I've seen Hordier out of Hadar, but it's certainly a lot of stuff as Prio. It's gonna be real good at pushing the bottom. I'm actually surprised he only has 1 servitor with it being that, but I guess the points just don't work out to cut anything and get more. Yeah, Rad Zone as well. You're taking Battle Shocks all game, baby.
Yep.
That is
All right.
just life.
I'm gonna
Sweet.
try to quickly grab the WTC Fantasy Draft, and we're gonna draft one at a time, and they're gonna see how awful it is to do. We're gonna see how awful it is to do a fantasy draft now because you've got to match dispositions and pods and everything as well now.
Why
What?
don't we just do the 3 of us?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
With
We're gonna
some minor
pick
stakes?
one at a time. I'm just trying to find the link.
I'm just gonna open up I'm gonna open up something in my next window so I can look at pods as well.
I'm sure they must have posted it on Facebook or something.
So wait, we're picking.
We're gonna draft our
Countries or
comp.
teams?
We're gonna draft our team for
Oh.
WTC for the fantasy draft for the WTC fantasy draft. 'Cause
Okay,
It's just fun to do.
all right. Now I understand what we're doing. I was like, oh
So
shit.
the way that it works now is we have to draft a legal team comp, right? That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Because we have to
That's
get
fine.
8 players, can't duplicate armies, have to meet disposition rules, and two per pool, and no more than 1 player per team.
Okay.
Right, that's the challenge. So we have to make sure we don't screw this. So we are stat check. What's our email? Contact@stat-check.com, I guess.
Our email address is statcheck40k@gmail.com.
Nailed it. Look at us.
I mean, we have like 3 emails, right? Like that's.
We do have like 3. It's fine.
Well, that's good because we're
We're also
gonna
gonna get sent to my email, but like whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, you have our first draft. Who are we picking from? You have a seed 1 player to pick.
Uh,
I'll put a link to the form in chat. Oh yeah, Benkyo is playing like 60 Tirated Warriors or something ridiculous like that.
heroic, truly. I'm gonna go with the very simple, the very basic Liam Al-Gaib. I will take Liam.
All right, we are picking Liam VSL. He is our Chaos Demons Reconnaissance player. Nathan, who would you like to pick from our second seed 2 player?
For our first seed 2 player.
Sorry,
Our
our
second
second
seed
second pool seed 1 player.
Oh,
This means Ennis is gonna get both the pool 2s, dude.
I'm just looking at our disruptions real quick.
Nah, we'll just go in order.
No, we
Oh,
should
okay.
snake it. It's more fun that way.
I'll draft a seed 3. I'm not taking
Fine.
both our seed 2s. Or I'll do a seed 4.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the disruption, folks.
You can do
Sure.
worse than the fish.
Really? I would do the fish, actually. That makes sense. He's on disruption. There we go.
You could also do Eric, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like Nemo. Nemo only scores.
I think Nemo is. I think Nemo's getting the 140.
The 140 is crazy, dude.
I'm calling the 140 before he does
140
it.
in a year we win? That's wild, dude.
I'm calling the 140. All right, I will draft. Okay, so it's a disruption and a reconnaissance drafted.
Yep.
I am going to take. Who do I want to offend? I feel like I just take Dave Gaylor for our purge of the foe. He's playing for New Zealand. He's going to pair for himself. Like, he's the captain. He's playing his own special creation. There's no way he doesn't pair for himself. So,
Respect.
See what's happening.
his list doesn't have any green. It only has like one green matchup per pod, but he'll find it, right? So,
Sure. Nathan up again. Oh, we have 2 demons, dude. You can't do that.
oh, we can't have 2 demons. Shit, you screwed us.
I'm glad I wasn't the first person to make a mistake.
Yeah, it's fine. It's super easy done in this position.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have Liam and David Gaylord. It's ridiculous. I'll take Gustavo on Orks then.
That
Also,
seems good.
a captain who's going to be pairing for themselves.
Yep. So we have take, recon,
That's
disrupt.
we have a purge slot and a prior slot that we still need to fill out, and then we have our duplicates.
Pool 2, who's on Spain?
Oh, Spain is OP, dude. That's crazy.
Can we take... I think we'll take Taroxer on Prio.
Okay.
Now
Fair
we're
enough.
Taroxer,
You
a good
you
player.
could not at gunpoint get me to pick Thousand Suns, but
I think Taroxer will do okay.
that is fair enough. All right, Anthony, you have a C3.
What's Kifon playing? You just scrolled past.
Kifon is on Demons, I'm pretty sure. Or
No,
Necrons.
Necron's purged.
purged.
Boom,
We haven't picked
sold.
Necrons yet.
Necrons purged the foe for Kifon. All right, I will grab.
So I'm picking pools.
Let's grab Nicholas. I'm just drafting captains that are going to pair for themselves. That's all. I want diff, and this is the best way to
This
do
is the fastest path.
fastest path to diff. Okay, so I'll grab our second prio for Nicholas Papadopoulos on Greece Adeptus Mechanicus.
No.
All right, we need our seed 4s. Nathan and Anthony.
hear me
Well,
out.
Anthony, you're up first.
Why am I up? Oh, because
'Cause I want-
we... Yeah.
Yeah, we're...
Scroll for me.
So we can't
What do
double
we- what do
prio.
we
We have
need?
any other 2 others.
What do we need?
We can take anything. We've done we've covered all of our first 5s,
Okay.
and we've got double prio.
We've got double prio. Okay. What's Ken playing?
Take and hold
Nailed it.
with
Dion's on
sisters.
taking hold sisters, yeah.
Sold.
That was literally my pick as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
finish this
Pod 4's
out,
mine.
Nathan.
oh God.
Notably not the Josh Roberts you're thinking about just before.
That would have been funnier. Pod 4. Pool 4.
Do we have a Space Marines yet?
We do not have a Space Marines yet.
We might just get through this without one, dude.
I'm gonna nominate another captain playing Space Marine.
Yeah, go find one.
Do it if you
Oh,
find.
Chris, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Who'd you find?
Chris
Joe playing Deathwatch.
on
Ah, there you
Purge.
go. There you go. Just do that.
We took double purge, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy.
dude, we got double purge. Look, you know these purge. Anybody who's playing purge is playing purge knowing they're going for the kill, right? They didn't bring Chris didn't bring I'm gonna, just because it's Deathwatch and basically no one else is playing it. Chris is playing Black Spear Task Force Deathwatch with Deathwatch Watchmaster with veterans, Watchmaster with veterans, Gravis Captain Indomitor, Rhino, Deathwatch Terminator, second Indomitor at a Talon Strike, and that's it. There is no scouts. There is no his trap is a Rhino.
I love that. Hell yeah.
Man is. Oh, I'm also not sharing the right tab. Man is here to put points on the table.
Oh, fair enough. Get him, dude.
That'll be
so-
fun.
So the official StatCheck designated winning draft for the WTC draft this year is. So we drafted Liam VSL on Chaos Demons Reconnaissance. We drafted Nemo Wesley St. Hines the Fish on Astro Militarum Disruption. We drafted. I loved it. I love saying that. And Gustavo Jose Branco Varandas de Sousa on Orks Taken Hold from Portugal. Luis Taroxer Balmori on Thousand Suns Priority Assets for Spain. We drafted Kifon Zhu on Necrons Purge the Foe for China. And Nicholas Papadopoulos on Adeptus Mechanicus Priority Assets for Greece. And then we have Chris Cho from India, Pakistan on Deathwatch Purrs the Foe. And Yan from United Nations on Adeptus Sororitas Taken Hold, which feels like the most unfair Seed 4 draft of all time, but that's fine.
It's okay. It's fine.
Don't sweat.
Let's go.
So, I feel pretty good about that. It's definitely not the draft I made when I did this one, but let's submit that and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Stat check. If you want to compete with this, there is I put the link in the chat, but it's on the WTC Facebook page and website, presumably, and all that kind of stuff. And I think there's like some small prizes for taking part, but it's basically just who gets the most diff. So obviously, now that it's it should be tiebreakers on game wins now, though, right, Anthony?
What? Oh,
should be
on
tiebreakers
this?
on
Yeah,
game wins
Jesus
now.
Christ. Yeah, no, I don't think it should, but whatever. They can run the event how they want, dude. I'm not the TO. Do we want to jump to questions before I skedaddle?
Yeah, let's do some questions.
All right, I will grab questions.
And then we'll do stats and the intro.
Yeah, I guess. We don't have a ton of questions this week, but we'll just go through them. All right. First one is from Sir Beardle. Any wacky WTC lists you encountered or that you didn't expect at all?
We did just go through that quite thoroughly.
I think we covered most of the wacky stuff. I am not convinced I want to buy 9 Mutilators, but I do want to try that list. So
that list fucking owns, dude. That shit is awesome. I hope Moyashi just fucking crushes everybody he plays except us.
And then
no, you gotta give him the Zandri treatment, right? Like he can win,
right?
He gets the 20 Brian, and then everyone else.
Loses. Yeah.
I'll leave it up to creative interpretation which Brian needs an ego check when you play France, but whichever one of them needs it at the time.
Yeah.
There you go. And then, most important in this fucking heat wave, what's your favorite ice cream?
Oh man. So my actual favorite is anything with black cherry in it, but for consistency, since most places don't have that, I usually just get vanilla.
We have a place at my actual ice cream place is Scottish Tablet, but if I'm getting an ice lolly from the shop, it'll be a Twister or a Magnum usually.
Yeah. There's a place called Jenny's near us that does a bunch of off kind of the wall flavors, and they make a couple really good ones. One of them is they're making a biscuits with the boss for Ted Lasso that's really good right now, which is
nice.
Shortbread. Otherwise, I get an Oreo ice cream at most places because most places have something like that, and they're usually pretty good.
Yeah, next time you're here, Anthony, I'll take you to Janaz.
Hell yeah, dude. I need this shirt that Logan posted a picture of in the questions thread. I need that.
Oh, the next one that says touching grass is not enough. I need to fight God.
It's a picture of Garfield just in the grass. It's so good.
It is perfect. And you can if you join our Patreon, you can get the benefit of seeing this image.
So
I could just put it on screen.
No, make them go to the Patreon.
Oh yeah,
bad content creator.
I can do better.
You can.
Yeah.
All right. Trom has the next question, which is: were Scotland/USA considering any form of Marines other than Company of Hunters, and did you expect the France/England Libraries plus Shadow Mark combo?
Our poor Marine pilots were in the fucking mines for that week. It was tough.
So much. We were on we'd had a really cool Black Templars list. We had Ultramarines. We had the Dark Angels. We had 5 variants of Dark Angels.
3 stripes of Ironstorm.
Ironstorm and also legally distinct Ironstorms as well.
Yes.
It was tough hours out there, but we were drawn home by the light of the Watcher in the Dark. The Lion conquers all. Best data sheet in the game. 265 points for a Primarch is totally fine, even if his rule doesn't work right now.
Lion,
I'm okay with him going up if they fix that rule to function somehow. Just I don't care how they change it. Just make it do something the way it says.
They can do that if he's also a pick 1 afterwards, dude. The Lion pisses me off deep in my core as a World Leaders player.
Hey,
every single part of the Lion is better than every part of Angron. It is so annoying.
He did canonically beat him into banishment with a shield, so it's okay.
The Lion should get to pick 3. He's cooler than Gulliman.
Sure.
All right, the next question is from Max, who has 2 questions. The first one is, do you guys think Team USA will make a World Cup reference by bombing out right after group stage to a French-speaking nation?
Listen, Max. I am a more positive man, better equipped to handle the traumas of WTC. But if we get into round 4 and play France and eat shit again, I am going to be a little sad.
And then the second question
Crazy that they're not getting
is,
pods. That's the part you're wrong about.
Yeah.
the other one is also Anthony. Did you already put in dark red in the Matrix against Poland's Monka? Asking for no reason.
I don't have any reds against Poland because you guys didn't take Leshu, so I am safe from that which hurts me.
It's crazy. Dude, it's a Deathwing Knight year and a Lander the Redeemer year, and they don't have Leshu.
No
What the fuck?
Leshu? Insane, dude.
Like,
He
if
was-
Leshu was on New Zealand's Company of Hunters double Deathwing Knights Librarius list with double Land Raider, would you have just been like, nah, I'm done?
I'd have marked it dark red, no scenario in which I get a point. Like, whatever an inverse booyah is, where if I get a single point, the entire team owes me a drink. Like,
The next question is from DJ. No time to think. Who's on your? Well, we just did a 40K
just did
WTC fantasy draft team. What's one matchup you absolutely don't want to face?
can't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to tell you that. Ashley has a question though, which is Anthony Innes. Any consideration for sisters on your teams? As surprised only see
lot.
3 at the event.
No, we looked at this a
We
bunch.
looked at it
They're
a ton.
pretty good.
We have access
just-
to a Scott Ketchum, so we looked at it so much, in fact. But yeah,
God
just
help
did-
whoever wanted a prio slot on these comps, though, brother. I don't know what you.
I mean, just in general, the dispo. All right, look. The slate that happened that Wednesday, had it been absent the disposition changes, I think could have been navigated in a way that someone could have described as healthy afterwards. But because of the dispo changes, there was so many things that had to be changed that it was like some things definitely just got like lost in the shuffle, right? And I think sisters were a casualty of that.
It was impossible to catch everything. You literally just couldn't, right? Like, we had to navigate rules changes and the dispo changes and buffs and nerfs, and it was just like, yeah,
a bunch of
sisters
rules
seem
changes that were
fine. They
badly
seem
documented
pretty
as
good.
well.
Yeah, they seem pretty good. And some of them were just like, rules change by WTC. Like,
Yes,
we have to get
sure.
this question asked, and maybe it'll work, and maybe it won't.
Yep. Like the charge phase.
Spooky Isaac doesn't have a question. He just says, "Just wishing you guys well. Good luck and safe travels."
Isaac,
Thanks,
that's not a
Isaac.
question.
Hell yeah, dude.
Frank is going to ask a question. If it hasn't been discussed already, what are some of the lists you think are poised to be menaces in singles while also surviving through another Ballast Pass, presumably later this month?
Based on the way that the July slate was, I think no one should consider any part of current Warhammer likely to survive the August slate.
That's reasonable.
But if you have an event coming up in the next couple of weeks, try some of the ones we spoke about. We mostly spoke about the ones we thought were really good, or probably play Access.
Yeah.
Or Orks.
I think you should play Orks. XS is a much higher bar of entry.
Yeah,
It
but
is
if you
not
want to be
easy
like
to
a
play
person
XS.
that deserves respect, you should play Access instead of Orks.
It's a lot harder.
This is Innes like really slowly psyopsing me to bumble my way into access.
No, dude,
Shouldn't
you should
do
play
that.
Plague Legion.
No,
I'm gonna play Plague Legion. It's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play some very boring 40k. Max has more questions because he wants to get all the trash talk in this week. How tragic is it that Team USA let go of all the old guard actually capable of winning? All right, this is getting mean. Cursed entertainers for likability reasons.
Look,
what-
all I'm
that's
saying
a
is
question.
no English-speaking team has ever won
Uh,
an ETC without Nick Nanavati. So
it's true.
there's so
I love
much
Max.
trash
He's
talk
just
here.
getting it out now while he can because he's not going to be able to. We're not going to see Poland post pod. So
That's fair.
we might not see Poland make pod based on what I heard
Well,
about their turn politics.
yeah, we'll see.
If Skark's van breaks down, they might just be like, not into
True.
it this year.
Yeah, they just give up. They're just fuck it.
All right. Matthew Pain Engine Aficionado, still our favorite name, says, what is the best WTC trash talk period? 1, pre-list lock. 2, post-list lock pre-pods. 3, right after pod draw. 4, during War Masters. 5, post-event. Or 6, 6 months from now.
I have
The best. Anthony, go.
I have fallen out of love with WTC trash talk, just because like we don't really have like super easy targets anymore, and having done it this long now, I kind of just feel for everyone else that's going through it. So I don't really feel any motivation to be like, ah, you suck anymore. It's tough, man. It's a big emotional event.
I got
I don't want to do
like
it.
the inbuilt genetic legacy of making fun of England. It keeps it fresh
Sure.
every year.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, England and Canada, you do be ripping them regardless of circumstance. Whereas I now find myself in the position of coming to England's defense frequently.
Yeah, that's fair. And look, I don't dislike anybody on any of the teams going to WTC, probably, but
Yeah, Red Rum is the I'm too old for this shit. Anthony is Lethal Weapon WTC edition.
Yeah,
the most
look,
important one, though, Anthony, the only truly important trash talk is the post-tattoo trash talk.
true. That's true. I do be talking some shit. Also,
Look, Liam, if you're out there and you don't have that tattoo,
I was
you're
gonna
getting some
say.
shit chatted at you.
I mean, yeah, I will not talk to that man if he shows up to the event without the tattoo. Like, I got mine right away. I've respected all of the ones I've had to do. Everyone else, insofar as I'm aware, has respected all the ones they have to do. It's been
Brian.
4 years.
Brian.
Like, no workable excuse. Yeah.
Even I got my lone WTC bet tattoo.
Yeah,
We got one
Look,
for this
guys,
year. I'm looking forward
we
to
do.
it.
We do indeed.
Aaron Sisters Main Knight has the next question, which is: do you think WTC will continue to use GW's terrain layout and ruin sizes next year, or create their own?
I think we will likely stick to the layouts. What I think is most likely is, depending on how the event goes, right? Maybe we finish the event and everyone's like, that was amazing. I love GW terrain so much. I have my own suspicion that that will not be how that goes, but we'll see. I think that what I could see as the largest likeliness and thing is that they just shoot Dawn. They're just like, hey, you get to pick between 2 boards, and it would reduce the strength of the defender, which I think is fine because right now it's a bit much. So yeah, I think that's like the fastest track to the most reasonable resolution. But we'll see.
Deep and abiding desire is they split it into Search, Crucible, Hammer variant instead of Dawn Sweeping.
Sure. Yeah.
That'd be great if everyone had a Crucible and a Search layout. That'd be so much better.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I also think that like a very real world that comes through this is that WTC gives a terrain set feedback to GW as the first large scale test of it, and just like a bunch of changes happen as a result. But also, if this event just like is set on fire as a sacrifice to the bad terrain gods, people will riot.
Yeah, I think that my experience with Warhammer players tells me that you can do some pretty terrible shit to them before they'll even consider complaining. Just like I've seen what TOs that are not super invested in the well-being of their players do, and it is bad. Most of those are not TOs anymore. But like for the most part, the Warhammer player is a pretty resilient fan base. People will play, in the rain, in leaking Gen Con things and not interrupt their game, right? We've all seen the video from that. I think that, like you said, I think that's probably the most elegant solution to allow it to be a 3-board choice still, rather than just going down to 2. I think just going down to 2 would probably be fine.
I do as well.
But I do agree. I think that's probably the most that would require some board redesigning. But I'm going to be honest. I think leaving Dawn and sweeping in is a huge part of what's contributing to the lack of health that I feel that 11th has.
I think they're just actively bad deployments, and no interesting game happens on them basically at all.
Yep.
All right. The second question from Aaron is also: what changes would you make to terrain layouts other than killing Dawn of War?
I think that they need to embrace more ruins that touch the board edges. There are so many instances in the game where the game is accelerated by virtue of the lack of terrain on the table. And I think that that is kind of yikes. Like, I don't think you can really, in general, most of the time, play slow game. You can't play what I would refer to as a reasonably tempoed game of 11th. Your options are either like full nothing or everything right now. At least that's been my experience. There's very few like, I'm gaining a minor material advantage for like sacrificing the scoreboard and I'm going to leverage that into an endgame swing. Like that doesn't happen in most games now. So I'm hopeful that there's some terrain redesigning, even just changing like what's on the plates, right? Would be great. Or like their orientation if they're locked into like using their pre-painted stuff. Obviously, a bunch of manufacturing has gone into this at this point. like, there are ways to engineer this in such a way that it's just a little bit better. I would also, at this point, if before the Melee community crucifies me for the words that are about to fall out of my face, if they make the layouts a little bit better in that space, they improve the things that are on the terrain, and they are more willing to do things like, up against board edges and stuff, I think they can remove go to ground as a rule. I think go to ground is a awful rule. I don't like using it. I don't like when it's used against me. I am playing an army that has increased detection range because I hate it that much.
I think go to ground would be like a really good, like, if you have not advanced or done an action in the game, you can be go to grounded, right? Or like you start go to grounded, and once you move, it's done.
Oh, sure. Like you mean like
go to ground is like
not
a
related
turn one,
to the
like you are gone to ground on one, and then after you have, and then you can retain go to ground if you don't move, and then after that, it's gone, right? You can't be gone to ground. Like, I hate units advancing and going to ground. It boggles my fucking brain. But like, I think if you're just like, if you're implementing is like turn one protection, I actually kind of like that, right? You're just like, hey, units on turn one are gone to ground until they, and then they can retain it until they move, or some shit like that would be a healthier way to engage with that mechanic, I think.
Yeah,
sure. Pius has
maybe
the next question.
Maybe have to be in your DZ or some shit like that, so they can't just like infiltrate on the ground. I don't know. I think there's ways to implement something that like keeps the spirit of like you can have protection on turn one a little easier. Call it night fighting or some shit like that, right? Detection range is -3 inches on turn one or some shit like that, right? You could definitely do that crap without it being like, hey, let's litigate whether this guy's sword is obscuring me from that guy's gun.
Right. Yeah, I hate that stuff. Like, True Line of Sight causes me angst every time I interact with it. No more so than with something like Go to Ground, right?
Yeah. I think it should be illegal for a movement 6 infantry model to make it across the table without having to advance and charge or also teleport. And it doesn't feel like it is right now.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Prio. In which case,
like, maybe we take like one transport nerf away. Just maybe that like bit where we all have to be touching it doesn't have to be a thing, so that we can attempt to use a transport again. Holy moly, what a death box those are right now.
Yeah, but they're also like 7 points, so.
Yep.
All right. Next question is from Pius, which is any tips for playing Warhammer in a sauna?
Drink so much more water than you think you need to.
Those little neck fans are great, actually.
Yeah.
They are great. Just buy one. It'll help. Also, when it is said, hydrate.
One of my players has kidney stones right now, and every time he mentions it, I'm like, I should go fill a bottle of water.
Yeah, he's going through it.
I hope they're going through him, but
One can hope. All right. Was there any other vaguely Anthony-specific stuff?
There's one more question that I starred for
you.
Okay,
which
sounds
is,
good.
Oh, Anthony, did you bet a tattoo with someone else? That's from Il Pisby.
No one offered. It's just Innis right now. I've had the kind of like open offer every year, but I have not had a taker in quite some time.
Anthony and I are match betting this year, so
yes.
Whichever for most improved performance with a push if they win.
Which I think
and
is
then
fair.
I think that's fair too, yeah.
The other one targeted at you was from Mr. Kage95, which is, what would it have taken for you to take World Eaters to WTC?
I think with more time, it's possible that I would have found a build that I was happy with in like very specifically the like 7-8 slot of the team, and it would have just been like, doing my best with the thing that I have a lot of time on.
A decent amount of time on the disciples list as well, right?
I tried I spent that one day playing 5 games, and none of them really caught on. In terms of what it would take.
Yeah, we were trying the enhancement that lets a Juggerlord join like any unit now and give it the Blood Legion keyword was kind of
and then you would join to 20-man.
Yeah.
That worked for like the one game that I played with it. I don't think it was good enough overall to get over the line. It was just too much steps.
It felt like it needed a little bit more, or like needed a lot more time, and it wasn't really worth it.
And we just
like
didn't
it wasn't
have that.
worth the time investment compared to just taking something that was a known quantity. But the idea of joining that guy to like some 8-bound that could res D3 guys or a Berserker that could res D6 guys was kind of interesting.
Yeah. It would have been D6 8-bound. It's very silly. But the reality is that like I'm pretty firmly at this point of the opinion that unless they're gonna drop World Eater points to the level that like Custodes Land Raider
Polarity.
guard spam was at, they just need to like rewrite some stuff. They need to get admech'd at this point. Like, as we're seeing from the way a lot of the meta is developing, many of the strongest armies in the game right now are at least melee inclined, if not mono. And the fact that World Eaters, which is an army that traditionally is very, very good in the melee mirror, right? The -1 damage in Berserker Warband, army-wide fight on death, all of the tools that they have to be a good melee army, and they're just not. I would say they're not good. Outside of like very specifically France's role thing, which again has a role in teams specifically, they just need more help.
Safe travels, Connor. Your Australia does indeed stand alone, and we will see if it stands alone at the top or alone at the bottom of the seed ones. I'm rooting for you guys. I have a lot of respect for your team and the way that you guys do things. So let's hopefully, see some results. Or disastrous crash and burn. Either is just so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
A or B.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about the World Eaters. I am, they're somewhat obviously my favorite army of the things in the game. So if they could figure it out with them, that'd be pretty cool.
There you go.
Connor, we're just focusing on Spain. We'll figure out the rest of the pod afterwards. We don't need to talk about.
Yeah, Innis is
Spain,
Scotland is
Slovakia,
in
Lithuania
Belgium mode,
are...
dude. They got their one thing that they need to focus on for the next 2 weeks, and only that.
It's not even 2 weeks, Anthony. It's like
I know.
8 days.
Yeah. Whee!
And that's all the questions for you specifically.
Lovely.
All right, Anthony, you can go.
Have a good one, everyone. I will see you in like 3 weeks when I'm back on the show. But aside from that, if you're at WTC, come say hi.
Dude, I'll see you on Monday.
That's true. I will see you on Monday.
I'm
Later.
jealous. Bye.
All right, Nathan. How you doing, man? How's your week?
We're actually doing another show episode right now, is what we're doing.
Oh, I figured we'd do the intro, right? We
Yeah,
can.
well,
Logan can stitch it to the front.
fuck it. Make Logan do a bunch of editing for us.
I'm not going
you know?
to do that. Logan, don't stitch it to the front.
Please don't. All right. I mean, of course, France is going to get their mobile kitchen again. Carrickman. It's just all right.
Let's go to the mobile
I've
kitchen.
been
They've been
fine.
cooking. Did you not see their lists?
It's true. They are cooking. I am currently in, like, Plague Legion list building hell of my own creation of sorts, I guess. I played Plague Legion with Horticulus into a PBZ list and had forgotten if I poke Great Unclean One a little too far out, a Defiler will just take it fully off the table.
You didn't need that guy, did you?
No, I lost Rodigus and a Great Unclean One because I mispositioned something a little badly and watched both of them go away to a Defiler apiece.
Hackground is such a fucking abomination of a detachment.
And it's just not a great one. And what I've been thinking of because of it is like, you need some pieces that probably go a little closer to maybe what Team Australia has built with some Blood Crushers or something that can come out of Deep Strike. I'm just in testing some more stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I'm going to probably try out a Cavalcade Plague Legion list next and just kind of give it a go and see what it looks like. Because Plague Legion desperately needs some offensive power, is what I was experiencing, just desperately. And there's like cheap ways to do that.
Battle shocks.
Even if they do, sometimes you don't do quite enough damage rolling to like really hurt your opponent, but they do start hurting your opponent quite badly. But we'll see. I'm going to test. I've got like 3 games scheduled for this week and weekend, so I'm going to try a bunch of stuff and see how it goes. Which is a lot of games for me. That's a lot of reps.
That's
for
a lot of games,
me
yeah.
individually to get some stuff in, and then I'll do some more the week after. Meanwhile, Francois is complaining in the Medicaid orders back chat about being called white bread, which is very funny to me.
Oh, that's nice. Francois' list
yeah.
is incredibly boring, and it's like he's done absolutely no work and just copied Dave Gillard's homework, and I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like
I've been having a lot of
doing something. like
I've been
vaguely innovative instead of just copying other people as usual. It's basically Deathwatch all over again.
I've been having a bunch of fun with Plague Legion and playing demons still.
That's good.
I have looked at orcs from afar because everything is greener on the other
You gotta
pasture.
stop. You gotta stop, Nathan. You
Yeah,
don't play enough
I
games
know.
to play a second
It's
army. You
true.
gotta.
I know what I'm doing. I promise. Otherwise, it's just busy with work. My
That's
wife
never
is waiting.
true.
It's true. I'm gonna make it work. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, my wife's working on her thesis quite a bit, so I'm quite busy, like juggling, helping her out, and then working on work, and then also playing 40k. Samuel looks great.
I know he's such a
He's
cool.
so
model.
painted compared to last time.
100% is magnetized to a flying stand that definitely holds him with like no wobble whatsoever.
Immediately falls.
It's great. It's
we're
a really
gonna-
secure connection. I'm gonna have to.
Is he
drill a different hole.
magnetized?
He is magnetized to the stand, yeah, because otherwise, like transporting him is a nightmare. But the magnet's
Mhm.
like slightly too weak, so he just like
Uh,
tips in the breeze. I don't like that. I put all my
Time to get
flyers on like acrylic rods.
time to get
So they're
better
all a
magnets.
little bit more like actually stable, but they slide off, and then I painted there's like a white mark on them where the height of the flying stand they come with is, so that I can slide them down to the same height.
Smart. I like that. How are you doing, Ines? How are things?
I'm doing great. I'm like busy with WTC. Like I'm playing as much as I can outside of work, but my work usually congregates in the evenings, which makes getting practice games during the week quite challenging at this point. I can usually manage like one a week, and then outside of that, it's just weekends. So I'm playing like 4 or 5 games a weekend, plus a couple of games, like 1 or 2 games during the week if I can find time. But I've got a lot of duplication of effort going, like obviously with Sweden and America playing the same list, and having a lot of data sharing going on. It's been quite easy to like get the information that we need, which I've been really enjoying. It's been really handy having like other teams to work with, for just like that kind of prospect, like the lack of duplication of effort or being able to test results has been super nice. So yeah, that's been really good. But outside of that, yeah, just like it was my sister's birthday yesterday. We went up to Falls of Brewer and went for a nice walk around down the waterfall. Had some lunch. Hector's a monstrous little twat.
I mean, Hector's at the age to be that, though.
He was on probably a longer leash than he needed to be, running around waterfalls, which is just like a scary proposition for like a tiny little 3-pound soaking wet cocker spaniel. It was just like every time he like would go for a mad dash, and he has like that. He fucking hates when anybody on the walk is not together. So if you like stopped to see something, take a picture, he's like flipping the fuck out up at the front because he's like, you all need to stay with me all the time. He hates it. So that's been funny. Watching
Very
him just,
strong
like,
herding
sprint
dog
after.
mentality.
He's just, you all need to be together with me all the time, or I'll be very mad. And he's a 6-month-old puppy, so he's just like angry all the time at that, which is very funny because my mum walks a lot slower than my dad and I. But yeah, other than that, what else have I been doing? Can't really think I've done much else. I'm deciding if I want to go to a tournament the weekend after WTC and then also the weekend after that, and then also go to Rome the weekend after that, and then go to Poland the weekend after that, and then have one weekend off and then go to LGT, then LVO,
Sure.
then Belgium, then a team event in Scotland, and then I'd have a weekend off, and then I'd be somewhere else in November. I'm just like, do I want to have like 2 weekends
That's a
off in the
lot.
next 2 months, or do I want to like take a break after WTC? And I've not decided yet. But there's an event like up north that I would only need to be spent like an hour on the train for. Be a cool chance to test a list after WTC. Like it's tempting. It's really tempting. I'm really tempted.
I'm getting roped into a 5-man team event at the end of September that is being run out here in Chicago. So I don't know what they're gonna make me play, but I was like,
I haven't
"Here's
stopped raining Aberdeen in 4 days. I might do there just the novelty of seeing rain again.
that's fair." Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Europe. You guys, for having no AC, have decided to just get annihilated by heat waves recently, back to back to back to back, and then apparently France and Spain are on fires. There's that.
Everywhere's just on fire. This is just the way it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Are you doing the LGT to LVO back to back? I think I am. Yeah, I'm crashing with Ben, and one of my teammates wants to come out and do Vegas as well, so we're gonna crash with Ben. And yeah, so I'm not doing the LGT Invitational this year, so I'm only traveling down on the Friday because they're doing a teams thing for the Invitational, and StatCheck is not a team in the UK, so I didn't get invited, which understandable. So I should have the Friday back. So I'm going to go down and see my tattoo artist in London and get my tattoo like checked and touched up, and then travel back on the Monday or the Tuesday depending. Then fly to Vegas. I think that's the plan. Probably fly out on the Wednesday or the Thursday depending how work goes, and then spend a couple days with Ben and then fly back. It feels like a pretty reasonable plan, but yeah, it's like right before my 30th and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good chance to go and let some hair down and spend some time in Vegas with some friends. And one of my teammates Scott wants to go, so yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Plus, it's one of the ones that's on the Infinity Gauntlet, right? Of the achievements that I want to get as a 40k player. So I've got many of them still to work on, and LVO is on the Gauntlet, right? So because it's always been like when I first started playing like 40k, not even competitive 40k, like it was like the event that when you went on Bell of Lost Souls and looked at the article, being like, what were the turn results? It was like the unbeatable list from LVO was blah blah. The finals list was this blah blah. The matchup was this, and like 3 people watched it. Because it was just in-person games and it was on the Monday. I was on the Sunday after everyone else got home, but it was like, that's super cool. The first list I ever net listed was Sean Naden's Lichter Shame list from the semifinals of LVO 2015 or something like 2014. The first ever list I net listed and then played terribly at a team tournament in Scotland. So yeah, LVO is one of the jewels in the crown, right? Like that one, LVO, LGT, War Masters, ITC, WTC. I feel like the ones that.
I do think now for your new and expanded trophy thing needs to just be like an Infinity Gauntlet. And you can just put.
I don't think I would literally go that quite of a commercial sellout, right? I'm not really that enough into Marvel for that to be, but it's a good way to phrase it, right? Yeah. I can start calling the shelf down when I've got some I've got a lot of cool trophies up there, but I want to call it down a little bit and start going some ones. Like I've got a GW Open, right? That was one of the 6. So I've just got 5 more, and the WTC one feels like it's going to continue to be challenging. So I got to work on the other 5. So at least if I get that one, I'm like I don't want to be like working on get the WTC win and then be like, oh man, still got all these other ones to get. That feels crazy. So
I don't know. That feels like the Soul Stone equivalent. You got to sacrifice something to win that WTC tournament.
My mental health, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm sacrificing my mental health for all the other ones as well, right? Like, let's not pretend, but yeah. So yeah, between War Masters, LVO, LGT, that's like 3 500+ player tournaments to add on to like my already in first place for the season. It feels like if I can get and Worlds as well. So that's like the 4 biggest events still to play, and I'm in first place already. So it feels like it's an achievable goal, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, War Masters is like over 600 people this year.
612. I imagine it'll end up being closer to 550 with drops because people will just not show up. People will sleep in on the Saturday night because they spent too long at Bar Popular or whatever, right? But 500+ players is bigger than LVO was last year.
And a bunch of people drop from teams who are in teams playing over the next few days. They'll drop.
Yeah, I mean the ITC player count is based on starting players, so it'll only be people who drop on the Saturday or on the Tuesday that don't count towards it. But that's still usually a decent chunk of players.
Yeah. All right. I guess we should talk about stats. Ostensibly, that's why 200 people are probably waiting for. But Ben did do a. Aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Ben, for the $2 super chat. We appreciate you. Ben Jurek is great.
I kind of want to take Scott to like one of the really nice buffets. Like I did the Bacchanal already, but maybe doing like one of the other like really top end ones would be fun.
There's some really good brunch ones, from my understanding.
We did Wicked Spoon last time, which was really nice. We were talking about doing Win, but
I don't know. I'm sure Ben will have a good suggestion. All right. Next up, we've got stats. All right. There weren't as many events this weekend as there have been the last couple of weekends. I think in the build-up to WTC, there are a little bit fewer. So there's only 15 events that we tracked this weekend, which is still a lot, but not as many as we've seen in weeks past recently. But here are your stats sorted by win rate. We're still a little scuffed, but we will be fully released, hopefully, by the time we get through WTC and everything, which is the goal. All right. Number 1 by win rate, though, is Leagues of Otan with a 58.2% win rate. They had 3.9 meta representation. They had an event win, 4 top 4s, 11 top 10s, and a 1.72 overrep. So the Short Kings doing okay, which will make Anthony really happy going into WTC. Second by win rate from this last weekend is Chaos Demons, a 56.2% win rate. 3.8 meta representation, 1 event win, 6 top 4s, 7 top 10s, and a 2.64 over rep, which is a bit wild, but, you know, placing but not winning is kind of where Chaos Demons are at. In third is Custodes with a 55.2% win rate, 5.8 meta representation, single event win, 4 top 4s, 12 top 10s, and a 1.16. In fourth place is the Army, who hadn't been doing like incredibly statistically, and then WTC happened, and then immediately they won a bunch of events as Emperor's Children, who had a 54%.
They're pretty good, dude. I don't know what people want from that Army besides like, dude, it's cracked.
I don't know what's going on with it either. I honestly had underestimated it quite a bit because they had been statistically not doing like super great for a minute there. But they had a 54% win rate. They won 3 events, which is the most of the weekend. They had 5 top 4s, 11 top 10s, and a 1.68 over rep, which is great.
So crazy. What a stupid Army.
Exactly.
The EC Defiler needs like 3 more nerfs before it's going to be a balanced data sheet.
It's true. I think that data sheet just needs a redo. They just need to take it back to the printers and go, you know what? We need a completely new Defiler data sheet. It already got a new data sheet in the PDF. You could just rewrite it. Just rewrite it, guys.
Make it 8,000 points. I don't give a fuck what it does. Like, it'd be like a Phantom Titan where it's just not legal in regular play.
Until they fix it, yeah. Dark Angels, though, are 5th in the top 5.
Quite good. Recommend. Dark Angels also crazy not busted and needs significant changes.
Yeah, definitely not. 53.8% win rate, 5.5% meta representation, an event win, 5 top 4s, 10 top 10s, and a 1.52 over rep. I'm not sure if you guys noticed something about the over rep for the top 5. And funnily enough, right below Dark Angels by less than a percentage point of win rate at a 53.2 is Orks with a 7.5% meta representation.
Dude, it's crazy that Orks are finally played enough that they're like their play rate is actually getting dragged out, or their winners getting dragged out by their play rate going up so much.
It is, but it hasn't dragged their over rep down, which is actually the statistic that's important. They have 2 event wins, 9 top 4s, 20 top 10s, and a 2.03 over rep. Like that. When you have a 7.5% meta representation, you can't also have a 2 over rep. That's not a thing we can do. This is for only a week of data. I'm going to talk about summary data in a second, though, because I put it together, even if it's a little scuffed, just so you guys can experience it. It's okay. It's okay. Just so you all can have the experience. On the other end, though, in the bottom 5, worst is Imperial Agents. They only had 5 players, though. Death Guard are the worst faction that has a play rate above 5 people. 4% of the meta, of 40.6% meta win rate, rather. Sorry. No placings except for 3 top 10. 3 top 10, so a 0 over rep. Chaos Knights are second from the bottom. They had a 41.9% win rate, 2.6% of the meta, 1 top 4, 1 top 10 for a 0.64 over rep. Eldari are third from the bottom, 25 players, a 2.3 meta representation, a 44.1% win rate, and 2 top 10s for a 0 for over rep. Black Templars are fourth from the bottom, 10 players, so just barely making that player cutoff. That's a 44.6% win rate, less than a percent meta representation, and no placements of any kind. And then Drukhari are rounding out the bottom 5 with 40 players, a 46% win rate, 3.6% of the meta, 3 top 4s and 4 top 10s, giving them a 0.92 over rep. So they're probably just doing okay. They're within the win rate window that GW prefers, the 45 to 55. They're still doing okay at events. So I don't think they're that bad. But the other 4 might need some help. Other event winners from the weekend are Necrons, who won an event. They had a 48.8% win rate. Gene Stealer Colts won an event. They had a 48.9%. Space Wolves won an event. I'm pretty sure that's just going to be 30 Terminators again. With a 50% win rate. Adeptus Mechanicus won an event. And as I mentioned already, Orks won 2. And then Thousand Sons won 2 events. Almost missed them with a 52.7% win rate and a casual 1.58 over rep. So there's definitely still stuff going on. I'm just going to put it
I'm already looking forward to the next patch so much.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see what the next patch looks like. I will not lie. And then I did promise summary stats, so I'm going to go through them real quick. This is just the last 4 weeks. I did not include the first week of the edition for a variety of reasons, mostly because I like my 4-week rolling averages. There you go. Orks are the number one faction by win rate in this data set. They have a 58% win rate. They have 6.4% meta representation. They have the most event wins at 14. They have 40 top 4s, 78 top 10s, and a 2.23 over rep. And that is 14 out of 70 events. So they are winning at a clip. Let's just put it
certainly fucking are.
Thousand Suns are second by win rate at a 55.4% win rate. A 4 event wins, 19 top 4s, 34 top 10s, and a 1.82 over rep. Thousand Suns might be really good. Leagues of Votan are third by win rate at a 53.6. They have 2 event wins, 11 top 4s, 29 top 10s, and a 1.09. Emperor's Children are fourth, but all 3 of their event wins came this last weekend. They have a 52.5, 3 event wins, 15 top 4s, 43 top 10s, and a 1.12. Dark Angels round out the top 5 with a 52.4% win rate, 4 event wins, 17 top 4s, 31 top 10s, and a 1.5 over rep. And the second most event wins, though, goes to Space Marines, who had a 50.4% win rate, a 7.6% meta representation. They won 11 events, 28 top 4s, 59 top 10s, and a 1.32 over rep. So doing real good. At the other end of it, the worst performing faction is Astra Militarum for win rate. They have a 40.5% win rate, so they are being brought up a little bit more recently. They have 2 event wins, 4 top 4s, 10 top 10s. Death Guard are at a 41.5% win rate with just 2 top 4s to their name and 11 top 10s. Chaos Knights are third from the bottom with a 42.9% win rate, 2.1% of the meta, 1 top 4 to their name, 6 top 10s, and a 0.17. After them is actually Imperial Agents, but they only have 15 players across the 4 weeks that I looked at, so we're not looking too great. I really want Imperial Agents to be good. They just don't have a real rule, and that's what is going for them. World Leaders are fourth from the bottom, 44.5% win rate, no event wins, no top 4s, 15 top 10s. And then Eldari round out the bottom 5 with a 45.1% win rate, 2.4% meta representation, 2 top 4s, 15 top 10s, and a 0.3 over rep.
Is there anything that stands out to you as wildly crazy?
I mean, Orks are doing way too good, and then Space Marines are also doing way too good for an army that is at a 7.4% meta representation. That's too much. Too much high meta representation, and everything has kind of come together into Space Marines and Orks quite well. For the 2 of them to have 25 event wins between 2 factions, which is over 30% of events wins, so of the events that have happened so far in this 4-week data set. Other than that, it'll be interesting to see what kind of happens after WTC. Some of that stuff is definitely in the data set. There's a lot of Orks, there's a lot of Emperor's Children, and those are in the top 5 for this data set. So we'll have to see kind of how that bears out once we hit WTC and then get past it and see what happens with singles. And we do need a couple more weeks for the data set to just be purely post-slate. So this is pre-slate and post-slate a little bit mixed together. We'll kind of see what changes moving forward. And we haven't talked about disposition data or anything of that sort. I'm going to put some stuff up in the Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can see some of the disposition stuff that I'm going to put together. One of the problems is that for one of the weeks, for really a couple of the weeks, the disposition stuff was broken. So currently there are 1,900 players in this data set with an unknown disposition, which is just too many to be functional. That makes unknown the most played at a 43% meta representation. So we won't be talking about disposition data right now.
That makes sense to me. It is definitely a very much a case of we are still working on, as always, still working on the pipelines for these things. I know Jeremy was at an event this weekend and we had a bunch of stuff going on. As always, there is always more challenges than we expect with these things.
Yep.
Um,
The thing that we use to get the data also seems to break every month.
just
So,
instantly with the dispositions.
yeah, every week. So there's that, which is fine. We'll get around it and we'll figure it out. And then the reason why I don't tend to put the stats cards that are exclusive to the Patreon out Monday morning and tend to put them out Monday afternoon, because usually by then most of the problems are worked out. But yeah, I mean, the game has a serious case of haves and have-nots, is what we currently kind of see.
Oh yeah. I keep being like I should sit down and record the meta review, and then I think about it. I'm like, the meta review is gonna make me sad. And I'm like, I'll do it on Saturday, I guess. We'll see. Yeah. All right. I should do the plugs, and then
Yep.
we should finish it out.
Yep.
So thank you for being with us for this bumper episode of doing the plug super late, and for bearing with the slightly out of sequence ordering. If you're enjoying the show, please do remember to do all the usual things like comment and subscribe. Leave us a comment, especially. It really helps us out with knowing what you guys are liking, what you guys are not, and also you guys are all really nice. So thank you for that. We did some bonus content this week, which was my Edinburgh Super Major review. So if you want to check that out and hear about how playing Dark Interplanetary Assets went for the biggest event Scotland's ever had, which I won again for the 5th time in a row, the biggest event in Scotland. I'm just making sure that no one ever takes that one off me. I actually don't care about winning anything other than that in Scotland anymore. But the biggest one, I want my name on. So I was very happy to get that. Yeah, so that can check that out. If you are in a position to support us a little bit more and you would like to help out with covering our bills, you can check out patreon.com/statcheck, or you can check out YouTube memberships, wherever you get your content. Easier is better there. Any bonus content that we make, it goes up there on both sites. If it's made for everybody, it'll go up wherever. But if it's specifically for patrons or YouTube members, you'll be able to see it anywhere. So if you prefer the integration, don't worry about it on our end. They're both the same to us. That will also get you access to our Discord community, where you can take part in a bunch of stuff, mostly talking to us. We're all pretty active in there, including the people that are on the extenuating shows. You'll often catch people like Liam just wandering about having a chat. And once we get out of WTC Hell season, I'm sure it'll go back to being significantly more of a hive of activity, as we get to stop hiding things again, which is going to be really nice. We're all on different teams, so we all have to hide stuff from each other, which sucks. We hate it, but c'est la vie. So yeah, you can do that. It's $5 a month. It gets you access to our Discord. It also gets you access to a discount code for Red Dragon, who are one of our sponsors, alongside Will and Yutani, J15 Games, and Saltar Games. You can find discount codes to all of the other ones in the description box below, and we get a little bit of a kickback on all of those. If you want to catch more from us, you can check out youtube.com/statcheck every Tuesday at 11 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're here to chat about Warhammer. We will probably do no show next week because Anthony and I will be at WTC, but maybe Jeremy and Nathan will sit down, or maybe they'll grab Cliff and they'll do some stats and stuff like that. The usual. Maybe there's a show during WTC season. Maybe there's not. It's entirely at the mercy of Jeremy, Cliff being available. Maybe you should grab Pumbaa, since he's not doing WTC, and do a Pumbaa episode or something.
I haven't seen
Pumbaa. Pumbaa. I've volunteered you for that.
It's like a coin flip chance for a show next week. We'll see what happens.
There may be a show, there may not. We are getting closer to that Magic 200. That will be sometime in September. So, keep an eye out for that one as well. We are working. We'll probably end up working on some bigger plans. We've floated a few around, but we'll do something. We'll probably try to do something cool for that one. Mm-hmm. If you want to catch any of the other shows on our network, you can check out youtube.com/statcheck. That'll get you access to XM1, Enter the Matrix, Take All Comers, Champions of 40K, and Medicaid's Orders back episodes, as well as live episodes of all of them. There is an End of the Matrix episode on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be Liam, Nas, and Brian talking all about WTC in even more depth, because that's all they'll be talking about. For those of you who can understand what Brian is saying, which challenging, I know. Anything else? I haven't made any other content this week. I don't think Anthony's made any other content this week. We're all hiding. They're definitely doing it on Thursday. I have the stuff to make the thumbnails because they're not going to do it. So I'm pretty sure it's Thursday the 6th. Yes, because today's the 5th, because the time is ticked over on my computer. That's why it's the 5th, but it's not tomorrow. Yeah. Otherwise, that's us. Thank you so much for engaging with us. We're going to do, usually this isn't the end of the show, but it is today because we've done the questions already.
There's one question left, actually. There's one
question left. Sick. Kick it off.
Okay, cool. Let me grab the main questions thread again.
Let's do one more question for old time's sake.
Yep. Isaac asks, Shadow Marker Necrons for Utah Cup this weekend.
You should play what you played for your last event, Isaac, because you're not good enough to switch armies like that.
Damn. There you go. Otherwise, there was an episode of Medicaid's Orders where we talked mostly about Warhammer 40K, if you want that.
Oh my god, you guys talked about 40K on Medicaid's Order? I might watch it this week.
For 45 minutes, actually. Yeah.
Actually, will I have to hear Francois talk about how innovative his list is?
He doesn't talk about how innovative it is, but he does talk about how he likes playing it.
Oh, well, that's fine. I can listen to him talk about how much he likes playing it. I just couldn't listen to him talking about how it was anyway interesting.
There's about 5 minutes where me and Seth talk about IACUC regulations of animal research, though, where you can watch Francois fold into himself as we do it, because it's a little much for him. But that's
understandable.
Yeah. I guess we'll
All
do
right,
the last thing, which
do
is
the bit I hate.
Yeah, it's great, though. If you join the most expensive tier of Patreon, you get customizable thank yous at the end of every episode of content that we do on the main show. So we're going to see who has customized their thank you messages for this week. That is the Chris by 5 or Colt by 5 tier on Patreon, which is the same on YouTube, which is $15 a month. Thank you to Christopher. 6 sleeps till War Masters Irvine. Every time we do this, it's just going to be a little bit more FOMO for me because I will be sad to miss out on seeing everybody. Or getting jerseys. Both of those things, probably. Thank you to Willow Weeks. Thank you to Dan F. Thank you to Luke Harridan's taking the Subway McCarthy. Thank you to David Clark. Thank you to Just Eye Ear. Thank you to James H. Thank you to Colton, Dan F. Miller. Thank you to Fungus. Thank you to John V. Gang. I should probably get to painting. That's always true. You should always be painting.
You definitely should paint, John. You're at WTC this year, right? You should definitely be painting.
Yep. You don't want to get yourself into a missing backpacks situation. It's not good for anybody. Thank you to Cam Fdan, Morton, Hogamoji. Thank you to Archon, Biblically Accurate, Eldar Player Rahal. Thank you to Josiah Gattle. Thank you to Frankie. Thank you to Isaac. Tonight on Stat Check, Innes definitely didn't work with USA, he promises.
Nope, not
Anthony
at all.
Didn't work with Scotland, he promises. And Nathan didn't work with either for real. It's true, I'm not on a WTC team. I do not work with people in that way.
If it helps, though, we didn't keep any secrets from Nathan because who was he going to tell?
Exactly. Who's going to listen to Nathan? It's true every year with WTC people. They're like, Nathan's safe. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It actually makes me feel quite nice because otherwise the cone of silence is interminable. Next up is Mwahahahaha Land Speeders. Mwahahahaha. Thank you to Stephen Rezo. True. I was trying to count it, is the truth of it. Thank you to Stephen Resorb rolled a 6 vibes, Ross. Thank you to Tom. I will say that Stephen sent me a rule this week, and then he answered it for himself before I got to it, which was very funny. Thank you to Tom, officially entering my Necromunda Dad Era H. Thank you to Thanks, folks! Exclamation point. Thank you to Hey Innes. Floof meant the GSC part, so we're just going to restart the show from the top. We are not going to do that.
That was last week anyway. Floof's not changed their thing, so I don't care.
Yeah. Also, Innes is clearly enjoying this segment so much that he's playing with land speeders.
Did you know that like the Landspeeder Vengeance has like the windows here, right? Like the windows like right here, and like I painted them and like given them like a trim and stuff, right? Like in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know, Nathan? There's a bonus window in there, right in here.
I did not know.
That's got windows.
Shit, you're gonna have to paint that.
I have never gonna paint those. they're not seeing the light of God.
Fair. Thank you to Come With Me on a Gucci Adventure trademark. Thank you to John Garza. Thank you to Henry. Penguin chicks huddled together while their parents hunt for food are called a creche, the wizard. That makes the creche in Baldur's Gate 3 make more sense because those are also eggs. Thank you to Penny. Penny the Penguin will be very sad if Stat Check ends. Please do not make Penny the Penguin sad. This is your Penguin pack. Thank you to Matthew, Pain Engine Aficionado. Thank you to Vivian, here to celebrate Jeremy's second place finish at Salt City. Congrats. Yes, congratulations to Jeremy. He did a great job this weekend. Only losing.
I'm not gonna lie. I really expected Salt City to be in Utah. I was very surprised when I looked it up and it was in Syracuse.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but maybe it does make sense to some Syracuse locals.
Well, I like one is Salt City and one is Salt Lake City, but I definitely appended the two together in my brain.
Fair. I would have more understood Salt City being in Salt Lake City. To be fair.
Me too. Right? Like it just feels more correct, but c'est la vie.
And then I'd like to thank Nathan for planning to attend my Super Major the last weekend of August in Ottawa. All of you should too. Ask Rickard for details in the Stat Check Discord. That is the Ottawa Super Major. It's pretty easy to find on Best Coast Pairings, I believe. Thank you to Alex, Biblically Accurate, Let's Go Emoji H. And then last but not least, thank you to Luke. Promote your favorite upcoming event here, Nathan Gallo. Which again, would normally be War Masters, but I will say because War Masters is too soon for you to try to go to, you should go to Ottawa in a few weeks if you can. That is great event.
Agreed. All right, Nathan.
And
I think that's all we have for today.
that's all we've got. So I hope you
Crazy.
all have a
It's
wonderful
crazy that was an
weekend.
entire episode in just 2 hours. How efficient we are to fit an entire 2-hour episode into just 2 hours. It's crazy. Some shows can't achieve that. Like
Our
us.
goal used to be 90 minutes. It is kind of just gotten to the point where it's 2 hours now, and it's okay.
Yeah, our goal used to be 60 minutes of episode, 30 minutes of bonus content, and we ended up just doing 2 hours of content instead, which it's fine, I guess.
It's fine. It's okay. Oh, definitely. It's too late for questions. Same Chaplain Grimaldus.
CSM are pretty good.
Yep, and Black Templars probably need a data sheet that's not just the Rep-X.
Black Templars, yeah, like the 20-mans are really brutal right now, and they're like the only thing. But we got really close to being like, we had a really cool Ironstorm Living Miracle list that I was like genuinely quite excited about taking to WTC with the changes, and then his dispo got nuked, and we couldn't take it as the dispo we wanted it to be anymore, and that was rough.
Also,
I went from being double purge to not being double purge anymore, and we really wanted it to be purge.
If things change in CSM, I would play 9 Mutilators like the French list in singles. I think that list looks like a fun, good old time.
Sure, you could skill death people in with that.
True. That's what I did with Creations last time I played it.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy how good skill deathing people is in 40k. It's like so overpowered.
I can only do so much of it though, and then I get psyops by Innis into.
You should try having a Fort Fiona painting in psyops like I do.
It's true. Maybe after our coaching session as bonus content is the way to go.
Fort Fiona painting in psyops. I'm good. I'm covered. I'm protected.
Oh no, I can't make that my next tattoo. I got to do something else.
What do you have to do for your next tattoo?
I promised the tattoo artist who did my loon that I would do something like weird and like demony or scary, so I'll do that for him.
That's fair. That makes sense.
All right. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And
yeah,
if you're playing at a 40k event,
if you're at War Masters, come say hi. I should have stat check stickers. I have a massive roll of them still, and I'm looking to give them away. So come say hi if you want a sticker. If you please introduce yourself if I don't already know you. If I do already know you, consider still introducing yourself just in case, because my memory is very bad.
Are you bringing any goods to War Masters this year?
Look, I could, but I don't know if I have the bandwidth to bake right now.
I mean, that's fair. I understand.
I really should be.
You should. I mean, the last 24 hours before a test or before War Masters is not going to matter. So you should just bake something. It's a tradition
at this point. It's just taking it through security is such a pain in the fucking ass.
Do they get mad about home cooked goods going through security?
Sometimes, yeah. Usually it's magic decks and home cooked food and dice bags that get searched. But I'm like, my magic decks get searched like every time. I'm genuinely considering just selling all my magic shit because I feel like I play like 1 game a year at this point. But
if you lived closer, I'd play against CNS. But
if I live close enough to plenty of people that I could play magic with, I just never end up doing it. And I keep taking a deck to events and then not using it. And I'm just like, why do I have all this stuff? I don't fucking play with it.
I mean, I have a group of people who I used to play Magic with regularly who I've had to cancel with like 3 weeks in a row. So,
yeah, I just like, I don't know. I feel like I'd keep like 2 commander decks and be like, that is enough. I don't need the box of stuff that I have and all the like random staples I have lying around. Like, I could just sell that shit and keep like 2 fun decks. Be like, I can play Magic at events and that's enough. And I don't need like the collection to go with it. But yeah, I don't know. I need to think about it more. It feels weird to sell a hobby. But
you can keep one better higher bracket deck.
Yeah, I'll keep my Kellermorph deck because that was like a prize I got for winning a tournament, and then I'll probably keep like 1 other deck, like maybe my Shrufus deck or something like that, and then I can have like a lower power deck and a higher power deck, and then just like have that, but just sell the rest. Maybe keep a tally as well, and be like, cool, I've got my 3 decks, and that's all I need, and I don't need to buy other stuff for them, and I don't need to keep them updated. They're just decks to play with friends, and that's all I need. I don't need to stay on the fucking treadmill with it, right? Like I'm already doing that with 40k, and I feel like that would be a good choice. But the idea of like selling it all is just like such a post WTC decision for like listing everything on eBay. So,
yeah, agreed.
We shall see. Yeah. Right.
I don't know. It's fun to have a secondary hobby that's not 40k in this. Though.
It is fun, but I just like I have so much money in this that I could just like sell.
True.
It's like There's like
That's
at
how
least
you
a couple
pay for
grand.
all the
There's like a
travel
couple
that you
grand
just
here,
plan.
right? It's like I could
Yeah.
just like this is a couple grand, easy. I don't use it. It just sits down here next to my fucking. I don't like what is it doing?
That would fund a lot of Warhammer 40K travel.
I mean, yeah, it would pay for my entire LVO trip plus my Vegas trip, or my entire LGT plus LVO plus Rome plus more. That's like, I don't know. It feels like a pretty easy sell in like an abstract sense, but I shall.
I
Think
would
about
wait
it.
until after WTC. It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it before WTC. That's just more. I don't have the bandwidth to sell, and then especially if I sold stuff now, I would need to ship it during WTC, so that would be challenging.
Also, we hit 2 hours, which is what I was trying to do. I vamped real hard to get us there.
I mean, are we trying to do that, or are we just talking? I
No,
feel like
we're just hanging out, bud. The truth is, I miss Innis, and hanging out with him is the real truth.
That's fair. You should come to LVO.
I should. We'll see if I can. It's hard. I've got international travel later this year.
I'm not saying you should actually come to LVO.
I know.
But
I would think about it. I would consider it.
I haven't really filled out my back sixth of the year yet. Like my November is pretty empty outside of, or my November and December are pretty empty outside of exactly Worlds. So I might try to staple on like another US event.
Maybe Anthony will
just
run an event in, out in the boonies.
Yeah, I could just get StatCheck to pay for me to go to a charity event again. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe we should do that.
And if not, we should run the StatCheck Invitational somewhere in America.
We could do that. It would be pretty easy to do.
We should definitely do it. We should definitely run a StatCheck Invitational sometime.
We should run one in Canada though, because Red Dragon is right there and has all.
Oh yeah, no, we should definitely do one. We should definitely not do it in the States. We should definitely do one and be like, hey, let's invite all our favorite people to come and do like a like an invitational up in Canada and go visit Jeremy and shit. That'd be cool as fuck, actually.
That's what we should do.
Maybe that's what we should use
can
all the money we have that we're sitting on like Smaug.
That's what we should do. Let's that's a great idea, Ness. Let's do that. Like Smaug.
We could definitely pay for like our favorite 8 people to go and do like a 3-day like everybody plays everybody round robin, right?
Yeah, let's do it. We
should probably do that. That'd be fun as fuck. And we do a round of like a 4v4, like our 4 favorite, like 4 StatCheck hosts versus our 4 favorite invitationals or whatever, or some shit. Like we could do some fun stuff.
I mean, most of our favorite people would just be mostly StatCheck hosts.
Yeah. I mean, like we'd just invite the StatCheck host and be like, hey, this is part of your bonus payment for the year. Come out, hang with us.
We should do that. That'd be great.
We should speak to Dan. All right, my friends, we're gonna head off. One of my players has messaged me. I'm gonna send you an essay if you can't stand to talk about 40 before bed. So I feel like I'd rather do a 5-minute call than an essay. So fair. I'm gonna go and stress out. There's a 200-person event in Southern California first week of November. I am pretty sure that the start of November is challenging because I want to like after the run in October. I'm gonna take the start of November off, I think. And then come back in for I have an event at the end of November and then Worlds, but the end of December is pretty chill. But start of November, I don't think I can justify. As much as I loved coming out to San Diego, I just could not.
It's true.
It's such a long flight.
That's why we're gonna figure out a good middle distance.
It's such a long flight, and it was so expensive. So, right, let us call it there. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll catch you all next time. If you're at a tournament this weekend, best of luck. If you're at a tournament next week, I hope you all lose to me. And if you're at WTC, I hope you all lose to me. So
I'm going to root for Scotland for the whole time. I won't lie. Scotland to win WTC.
No Scotland, no party, man. That's all it's all about.
Exactly.